Thank you so much, best friend!
Booktart just resubscribed for 33 months. 33 months is a long time, but not as long as 4 freaking years. Yay, Carrie.
Hey, how's it going? Hello, hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I hope everyone is doing really well today. Oh my gosh, I had so many tech problems this afternoon. What is this? Hi, surprise. I said in the Discord, I have a little surprise today. Just worked up a little surprise today. How is your day going today, everyone? Good to see you. Hello, hi. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Carrie. But today's stream is a Goth Mox takeover. Goth Mox takeover. Whoa. Something is happening with my dashboard. Goth Mox stream takeover, as promised, from the charity activities that happened 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. It's been 3 weeks. It's taken this long for us to recover from the great flooring saga of 2025. Made it back just in time for my stream anniversary. Streaming anniversary, that is 4 months today. How do I fix this? How do I get this back the way I want it? There we go. Oh, I fixed it. Anyway, wonderful to see all of you. Gumps, hi. Hello, Gumps. Booktar, hello, my friend. I'm happy to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the resub. 33 months. And she did read out the message. Long time, but not as long as 4 freaking years. I know. It's been 4 years. Which is crazy. In the good way. I just want to just like disclaimer for going forward. Whenever I say crazy, I mean it like in the good, silly way. I don't mean it in the bad way.
Mother Ducky cheered 100 bits.
Mother Ducky, hello. Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much for the biddies. And also the compliment. Thank you. So, back when I was Moxiety, Goth Mox was born. And we did some charity streaming earlier nope, that was in March. Back in March, we did some fundraising for 1000 Dream Funds Broadcast Her Grant. And, we hit our goal, and so because of we hit the goal, Goth Mox has returned to take over the stream.
Gumps Gang cheered 420
Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Great to see you, Mother Ducky. How are you? Booktart. Anyway, I was saying, thank you for the wonderful message and the resub. 33 months is a long time, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being a subscriber for so long, Gumps. An email from a company today advertising bacon scented AC filters. My protein shake is chocolate. It's chocolate. It is not bacon flavored. I'm not sure how I would feel about a bacon flavored shake. Hi, Wildflowers, my darling. I was just thinking about you yesterday. How are you? Good to see you. Hello. Hi. Gumps' new Halophonos. How was the head pats? I don't even know if I set those up right. Did they work? Did it work? I sure hope so. Ugh. So many things. I don't know if my, yeah, it did work. So, because I took my whole rig down and back up again. That's the third time in 1 year I've taken down my entire rig and set it back up again. Never again. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Mother Ducky. Thank you for the 420 biddies, Gumps. And the special alert. I appreciate that. Quacky stream anniversary. Thank you, Mother Ducky. Thank you. Thank you, Wildflowers, Bacon, and Dairy. Yeah, I don't know about that. It did work. Okay, wonderful. Fantastic. You worked on your first video game as a narrative writer. Ooh, yay. I'm so excited. I think you are such a good writer. I'm really happy to hear that you're doing work as a writer, and I hope it brings you joy. So today's stream, we're playing ESO. We're going to do some giveaways. We're doing our Goth Mox takeover, which is, just a little tiny surprise. Yes, really. I read a lot of the stuff that you have on your site. I admit it's been a minute, but I read many of the articles that you wrote. So, I'm really glad to hear that you're into writing, and I know that seems to be something that you try to pursue often. So, yay! Is it going on your site or elsewhere? So, my ESO screen just loaded up. I can see Laphonos, you sent me a message, but I wasn't actually online. So, just so if you're curious, sometimes I am online if it's before a stream. What I do is I come in here and I set everything up. I turn on all my lights and I set up all my screens and I turn on both my PCs and I test everything. And and once I can see that all of my tech is working, then I go and I do this. I go and get ready. So I see that you sent me a message, but I wasn't available. I wasn't actually at my computer. My brain is all over the place today. So today, like I said, ESO, giveaway, stream anniversary. The Jubilee Festival is still going on. I feel like it's almost over. I'm wondering, is it the same as it always is? Because the last 3 Jubilee festivals, the quests were the same. And don't get me wrong, like, you guys know that Jester Orc I run is like my favorite NPC. Although, admittedly, I haven't met a lot of NPCs. She's at the top of my list. Maybe not my favorite, but she's like in my top 5. I love her. Same quests, shucks. I mean, they're funny, and I'm glad people can continue to enjoy them, but it would be really cool if they switched up some of the dialogue. It's okay. You honestly really can't complain a lot about the dialogue and the voice acting in ESO because they are tops. They are tops with it. It's a visual novel. Ooh, you were part of a game jam team for Dames for Games. Post it in your Discord and you'll add it to your website. Yay! Good. Looking forward to seeing it. So before we get into ESO, no Stream Raiders. Totally missed Stream Raiders. You guys know that my plan was to I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. My plan was to play Stream Raiders until it ended, which was yesterday. And we didn't know that we were gonna have to like move everything out of the room again. We didn't know that I was gonna have to tear down my computer. And we also didn't know that when we did that, it was gonna take almost 2 weeks for them to finish. Like, the whole thing has just been a real fiasco. So I didn't get to play any of the last, I really wanted to play that whole month of Stream Raiders. You know, I was even considering like streaming Stream Raiders category on the last day for a little bit of time just to say goodbye. No more Stream Raiders. Yeah, they sunsetted it. It's gone. I think that after the whole debacle with the Nitro stream racing, it just was a matter of time. I know they heavily invested in that game, and it didn't pan out. Okay. I forgot my Twitch bag. I was going to bring my Twitch bag in here. If you guys remember my TwitchCon bag, I still have a ton of stuff in there that I haven't gone through yet because I said I was going to do that on stream, and I keep forgetting to do it. It's in the other room where I used to stream from. But yeah, sad about no Stream Raiders. There is another stream game. There are several other stream games like that are integrated with Twitch chat. But I don't know if they're the same type of game where, you know, it's like something that you guys do on the side while I'm doing my normal thing and, you know, run the battle every 30 minutes. Honestly, I feel like Stream Raiders is pretty genius. And I'm really sad about how things went with it. I've got cat hair on my mic. All right. So anyway, what I want to do first, though, is something that I talked about in the Discord, and I'm super, super, super excited. I want to do an unboxing. I have been holding on to this. I've been holding on to these for weeks now, and I haven't even peeked inside the box because I was waiting to unbox these on stream. So let me move all my stuff over. I think this should work out. My Hello Kitty Pumas. So if you haven't heard or didn't see, Hello Kitty did a collab with Puma. Just gonna throw that back there. You just ordered a pair. So anyway, I'm super excited. I've set up a scene so that we can do a little unboxing video. I'm gonna have to turn on my light really quick, but let's switch over. And I'm just dying to look at these shoes. So I don't know which ones you got. And this is another reason why I decided to do Goth Mox today. I can't reach the light switch. Hold on. Okay. All right. So you just ordered a pair. Sweet. I wonder if you got the same ones I did. Okay. So I hope that light's not too bright. I think it's okay. It's a little bright, but it is what it is. Okay, so these are the can you see them? This cam isn't the best. No. These are the Easy Rider Goth Hello Kitty Pumas. So excited for these shoes, and I literally have not even peeked inside the box. I'm so excited to see them. Anyway, so oh, look at the paper. It's Hello Kitty paper. It's so cute. The Squishmallow ones. These shoes. I'm not sure if I know what the Squishmallow ones are. Look at these shoes. Huh? Yeah. Huh. Wow. Oh, they're so cool. Yeah, good. Yeah, good idea. Let's take a picture. Oh, it's doing selfie. Okay, that's for the Discord. Thank you. Ooh, check them out. They're so cool. Yeah. Okay, so this black part, and all of this is suede. Oh, so is the red. The red is also suede. And this is all stitching, silver stitching. All the little cute little icons. Look at the sole on the inside. That is so cool. I know that this camera that I have on top isn't my high quality camera. How do I get you to see this? There we go. Hello Kitty and friends. And then on the outside, you can see the Hello Kitty, like the text. Oh, the little, it's like a badge, like a patch. It's like a patch that's sewn on this, the kitty is. You can kind of see that it sticks up on it. Oh, and the gold. So cool. And I also really love the soles. Check these out. And it comes around the back. Speaking of the back, here's the back. I'm not very good at doing this. I've not been done a lot of my overhead video stuff. Anyway, right here on the tongue too, there's a... Okay, let me take the laces off so I can show you. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's got the same little like logo that's on the back. And I love the red laces. Okay. You kind of see the tongue is kind of like that same logo that's on the back, and it's gold. Wow, these are great. Yeah, I'm so excited. Aren't they amazing? But yeah, this was one of the reasons why I wanted to do Goth Mox today. Is these are the goth version of these shoes that they put out, and I'm super excited, and I will totally be wearing them at some point, I'm sure. I don't know when, but these are my new shoes, and I've been so excited to get these. I can't wait to try them on. I got these in the same size that I wear running shoes in, which is a little bit larger than some of my other shoes that I wear. These should be super comfy. Good for walking around at events in. So, anyway, love it, love it, love it. Thank you for joining me on this little adventure. I've been dying to take a look at these shoes. And like I said, I have not touched this box. I haven't touched the box. I haven't peeked inside. I haven't done anything with them. So cool. Love it. Those exceeded my expectations. Although the photos were pretty good. The photos of them were pretty good. They did them justice. I'm not sure the what the Squishmallow ones look like though. Are those the creamy colored ones? Because I know as soon as I saw these black ones, I was like, oh, those are the ones. That and because of the style of them. Oops, I knocked over my loop deck. I hope that doesn't bump any buttons. Anyway, I used to have a pair of New Balance that were kind of in this style of shoe a long time ago. And I don't remember what I did with them. I haven't seen them in a while. Anyway, so I was excited to get another pair of shoes in this style because I don't have a pair of shoes in this style. And yeah, Squishmallow. They did a crossover with Puma. Oh, I see. So they're not Hello Kitty. Is that... I don't know if I've seen that one. I'm gonna look it up really quick. Well, hold on. You know what we could do? We could do this together. And I know I'm supposed to be doing ESO. Let me switch to ESO really quick and we can see my screen. See if I can activate this before I get logged out. Okay, great. I wonder if I can get Firefox. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can find them. Let's see. Puma Squishmallow. Ooh, okay. Cute. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Toddler shorts. Oh, interesting. I'm not seeing the shoes. Collaborations. There's the Hello Kitty. Partnerships. Squid Game? They did Squid Game. I passed them. Well, that's the thing. Like, I went straight to Squishmallows here. This is Squishmallows. But all that's here are the shorts. Like, there's no shoes. And I see this photo up here, but... just the shorts. Anyway, you said you got the green shoes. How? Okay, here they are on Foot Locker. These. Oh, they're so cute. This is so you. I want to say from some photos that you posted in the past, I could totally see you wearing these. I love the retro look of these. And the big thick shoelaces. Like this one has, these have big shoelaces too. Oh, they must be sold out on Puma? Yeah, probably. That's a really good price. They're so comfy. Do you already have them? Or you have another pair like these? I used to have just some classic Pumas. Again, I don't have them anymore. Oops, Puma.com. I used to have just classic Pumas, like maybe not low profile.
Random dad joke. Milk is also the fastest liquid on earth. It's pasteurized before you even see it.
I love it. I love it. Maybe they're under men's. Because you know what? I did actually buy men's shoes when I bought them. But they're like just the classic, classic black Pumas. I don't know why men's shoes. I haven't worn them in a while. I may not even have them anymore. They're kind of like these without the blacks, or with the white sole. The suede ones with the white sole. Oh, those are cool. These are similar to the ones, yeah, the Easy Rider. These. I used to have these. I don't know where they are. It's another one of those things that I've lost over the years. I used to have a pair of these. But when I bought them, they were actually the boys version. Because I wear like a 5. So anywhere between a 5 and a 6 in boys or men's shoes, depending on the brand. Anyway, I used to own those. So yeah, I love Pumas. Anyway. I digress. Thanks for lurking, Lefonos. Lurking tonight, but you want to at least get in your hellos. Have a fun stream. We're going to do a gold star for that last dad joke. It was a great joke. So let's see. So my icon's uploaded, but they're all blank. And this happens sometimes. This sometimes happens if it just takes me logging in and playing a couple times for everyone's icons to upload. And I'm just really annoyed. I was talking about this earlier in the I need to turn off that light. I was talking about this earlier in the Discord about how every time my add-ons update, it overwrites all my custom stuff that I add in for people's icons, and I have to re-add all of them. And I'm not about that. So I want to turn this light off, but I'm going to have to stand up to do it. Before I do that, I want to start the first giveaway. This is in celebration of my 4-year streaming anniversary. 4 years streaming here on Twitch, although I started off under Moxie Dreams. That screenshot that I posted about my my early days streaming, I was Moxie Dreams. And then I switched to Moxiety because it was super clever, but half the people didn't get it. So I changed to just Carrie. The Mox and the Moxie and all of that still lingers. A lot of my friends still call me Moxie. I still play Final Fantasy XIV, which is where my main character is named Moxie. My license plate has a variation of Moxie on it. Like it's still a thing. But I couldn't really get a good variation of just Moxie, so I went with Carrie. Let's see, giveaways. So 4 years on Twitch, we're going to start with a giveaway for ESO. And this is my usual thing that I've been doing since the early days, since I started streaming ESO. And ESO was the first game I streamed. It was the main game that I have streamed over the last 4 years. So I'm going to start a giveaway, and this is for 150,000 gold for PCNA or PCEU. If you would like to join the giveaway, the command is !gimme, GIMME. It's right here on the screen, right over my little head, 150,000 gold PCNA or PCEU. And then above that, there's a timer, and it currently says 59:44. That's the minutes and seconds until the giveaway ends. At the end of the giveaway, if your name is called, you'll need to claim your prize. So be sure you're here at around that time so that you can hear the draw. Anyway, hey, Jungle Shade. Hello, how are you? Hey, thank you for that follow, by the way. Posted the shoes on my Discord selfie channel, AFK Pups Demand, no problem. Hi, Mama Bayou. Welcome in. It's good to meet you. Hope you're well today. How you doing, Jungle Shade? Good to see you. So... anyway, I'm going to go back on the chat and see if we missed anything while I was showing you guys my new shoes. Oh, I want to try them on. Gumps was first. You were first, though, Gumps. Okay, one second. Let me turn off this light. I had the light still on from the overhead. Okie dokie. Now we can get settled here. Ooh. All right. So, I think I got distracted there. We've started the giveaway. But anyway, so I have re-added all the icons and re-updated the file. I also saved a copy of it in another location so that if it gets overwritten again, I can just copy and paste it in. So it's going to take a couple days for it to show up, probably. Last time I did this, it was like 3 or 4 different days of me logging in until all of the images finally showed up. So I'm going to wait until that it starts working to eliminate the last one that I have on my list, which was Bubbles. Bubbles was the last person to request an icon. All right. So I've been logging in since I got my computer put back together and doing my writs to try to collect more sealed writs. I have enough, I think, to buy 2 more attunable stations, but I'm going to do them 4 at a time. But that project is going to probably going on for a while. I think it's going to take me a while to get enough to do all of them. Like I said, we have, I think, 51 remaining sets to attune. In whatever order we do that in. I'm not really sure. I think I'll just do alphabetically, or maybe if someone mentions like, oh, I want to craft XYZ set, I mean, that'll be an indicator that it's something that's in demand, and I'll just go attune them. They're just sitting in my bank. Minus the, oh, was that you, Gumps? Was that you, Gumps? No. I thought I heard the, I thought I heard the petals, the cherry petals. Anyway. So, I did get 1 sealed writ. A sealed alchemy writ and a sealed provisioning writ. Yes, love that. Let's do these now. Because the other ones that I have, the sealed provisioning writ that I have requires perfect row, which I don't have. It's only 2. It's only 2, but it's okay. I'll do them. Let's do these real quick, and then I'll work on my writs on my other characters. So I guess it would probably be okay to do, where am I going? Provisioning and enchanting. It would probably be okay for me to at least do a, get some event tickets. Maybe I can do the event quest, even though it's the same. Depending on how long it is. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. Being the first of the month, it is a new season. And you know I'd like to play Tales of Tribute on Tuesdays. This is, I think, number 9 for Tuesday Tot, even though it was a series I started last year. You know, life has just been, it's been lifing for me for a while now. Hopefully we're done with everything. Everything. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I really feel like everything is resolved.
I like to think of this as indirect patronage.
Oh.
So let's see what you have for our patron.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say. I only got 2 writ vouchers for that. Well, sir. Shucks. Where am I at? 690. So I need 1,000 per set, right? Because aren't they 250 each? I think. Let's see.
The longer clients wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, 250 each. We're getting there. It's gonna be fine. So perfect. I'm gonna finish my writs. I might, like I said, do a quest for the event. And I'm collecting quite a bit of surveys again. I wish I had all of those leads to do. Remember, I had a ton of antiquity leads. And they're all gone now. They all expired. during all of my time dealing with all of the, what is it? The flooring saga. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. So I got this hoodie from Charmy. She sent it to me from my my throne wish list, and it has like ribbons that it came with to like tie the sleeves, but it ties them up really tight, and I like the movement of having it like this. But check out the hood. Let's see if I can get it to fit over my headset. Yes. Check out the hood. It's cat ears. Cat ears. Isn't it adorable? I'm glad that it fits over my headset. Let's go with that for a little while. It's almost like wearing one of my hats, right? Hey, Sasarai. 5-stream streak. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love it. Has it been 4 years already? Yes. Yes, it has. It's wild, isn't it? How is Cooper? He's good. Yeah, you know what? I have been a bad mama with Cooper. You know his birthday suit that I bought him, and he also has a cone, like the soft flower cone. He keeps taking off the cone. He keeps figuring out how to take it off. And then the suit is just, oh my gosh, you should see him. You should see him when he's walking around in the little suit. It's it's really sad because like, so the suit is made for cats, and it's meant for cats that have some kind of surgical, it's okay, so it's for women, for female cats after they have their, you know, their surgery, and they need to not be able to get access to it, right? So I got him one of those little suits. So it's made for cats. The reason that's important is I actually have another shirt that I bought for him. I call the shirt of shame, that I put on him when I do his flea medicine on the back of his neck, because he likes to, I don't know how he's able to do it, but he's able to reach around and lick at it. So I put the shirt on him when we do his flea meds. Anyway, but the shirt isn't long enough to cover up, you know, the current wound that he has that's healing. Anyway, when he's wearing the suit, as cute as it is, he walks like he leaves his back legs crouched. There it is. Hey, Gumps. You got me that time. I see you, Gumps. I know you're trying to sneak away, but I see you. I see you. I see you, Gumps. I caught you. Anyway, so the way he walks around while he's wearing the suit. So the suit is it's like a onesie for a cat, and it's got these big holes for their arms and big holes for their back legs. But, I mean, the closest thing I could compare it to is like a onesie, like a crotchless onesie, because I mean, it's like if you were to take two wife beaters and stitch them together around the bottom. So it's got like straps that go over these arms and then straps that go over his legs, right? But you know, it leaves the important stuff exposed so he can do his business. But anyway, while he's walking around in it, it is so sad. Thank you for the love, by the way. I did see that. Anyway, so the way he walks around while he's wearing it, he just looks so uncomfortable. So I felt bad and I took it off him. And long story long, which is my specialty, he hasn't been wearing anything, and today he licked at it, and I think disturbed it a little bit. I mean, he's been on antibiotics for 4 days now, I think. Like, he's not infected. It's not going to get infected. I don't know. There isn't a good way to, because of where it is. Like, so if you guys haven't seen in the Discord, my cat, he got grabbed by a bird, and the claw marks are like, they're like right here, down by like his, on his belly, on the side of his belly, near one of his hind legs. So it's like right there in his abdomen. And there isn't a good way to cover it. So I don't know. It's healing. He's been taking his meds pretty well. Although, honestly, if you give a cat anything inside of churu, you know, those licky treats, they'll eat it. So, whatever. It's whatever. But he's doing good. They love this new little setup over here on the table with the cat beds. Cooper slept in it almost all day yesterday, and then today Mr. Hobbs found it. Mr. Hobbs found it today, and he's been sleeping in it all day, and poor Cooper felt left out, so I put his basket right next to it. I should probably get a camera and just like put it on the... Well, we're still on the fence about whether or not I'm going to let the cats in here while I'm streaming. Anyway. It's warm. It's warm. So yeah. They've been here sleeping all day. They love this new setup. I used to have my PC actually on this table over here, and I decided when we were going to move everything in here, I got a shelf for the weeks ago I bought a shelf for it. And my PC is now down here on the shelf. And it's working out okay. And it leaves this whole desktop empty. And the reason we did that is because the window's right there and the cats like to go to the window. And if my PC is sitting there, Cooper climbs on it or sits on it. Another reason why we did it is to keep him from sitting and climbing on my PC. My PC vents out of the top, so I don't really want him sitting on it anyway, as much as he likes it. He is a special, special boy. I'm also going to need to condense all of my inventory. See how many surveys I have. It's probably a lot. It would be nice if in the future, and I know that the Jubilee's coming up. The Jubilee starts on Thursday, by the way, which is it always on the 3rd? Was it on the 3rd the last 11 years? So the Jubilee starts on the 3rd, which is Thursday. Not the last event, but 2 events ago, maybe even 3 events ago, before White Streaks, there was an event where looting treasure chests yielded, well, not just treasure chests, but looting caches and treasure chests and things like that yielded bonus antiquity leads. It's been a few months now. But anyway, I really loved that because I had a ton of leads. I got so many purple and gold leads. And I was really excited about it because I love scrying. I love finding antiquities. There was one point in time where I had successfully found all but like 1 or 2 of the antiquity furnishings. This was a couple years ago. So there's some new ones that have come out that I haven't gotten yet. Anyway. And I was really excited to get those done. And then I had to take my desk down. And it was a couple weeks there. And then I had to take it down again. And just in all of the chaos of all of that, they all expired. Which, you know, I would give as the critical feedback. Why do leads expire? No one likes that. Why do they expire? Like if I had a physical note that said, hey, here's a clue for something, like it wouldn't disappear in 28 days. Like I would still have the note. I don't know. And just a reminder, I'm giving away some gold. We've only got 2 people that have entered into our giveaway. Their chances are really good so far. I'm giving away 150,000 gold for ESO on PC, either NA or EU. I do have a character on EU, though I don't play her very often. She has some gold. Anyway, exclamation gimme, GIMME, to enter the giveaway for the gold. So I'm just going to finish up my writs. I may do the event quest. And then, you know, it would be fun to, I still haven't, gosh, Another thing that happened during all of the chaos of my moving, well, not really, I didn't move. I had our bedroom floors renovated, and the first person that did them wrong. So about a month later, a totally different crew came out, ripped it all out, and redid it all again. That's the short version. Look at me. I told the short version of a story. Anyway. And it made me forget what I was talking about. What was I going to tell you? I don't know. No one knows. Maybe I'll think of it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's fine. This is fine. I was able to get some login rewards that I wanted too. I got the trees. There were some cherry trees that came in last month. And then I also got the login rewards. That was February. I got the login rewards for March also that I wanted to, which was the painting. So some of my favorite things in housing are plants, lighting, and wall art. So I've been loving the login rewards, and I haven't even looked at this month's yet. I haven't even looked at them. Just add that to my list of stuff to do. Oh my gosh, the merch store. I need to update the merch store. I need to add more cult member merch. Or maybe some Culturati merch. I need to come up with something for that. And I have a slot open, actually. A character slot open. When I was going through my inventory and doing all my surveys a couple months ago, it took me like 2 whole days to do them all. I freed up enough space to delete one of my bank characters. So maybe I can start a new character. I have to think. I think the only... Which class have I not played? So I have a necromancer on EU, which is supposed to help entice me to play more on EU. It's failed so far. I wonder if I have any, let's see. Do I have any, I think stamina. Nope. Capacity and speed, which I don't need these. I don't need these. I should probably sell them for gems. Well, unless I make a new character. Then I could use them. Stamina are the ones I need. Oops. Pressed the wrong button. See you later, ma'am. I also totally missed that ESO guild recruitment event. I posted the little flyer that I made on Blue Sky, but I missed all of the time period that they had it open in the ESO Discord. They had it set up where you could submit a listing between certain hours of the day during days of the week when I was usually working or at work. And I was really busy working on that survey thing, that report that I had to do. I've got another now. That report that I had to do, that I had to present, that I worked on for weeks. Now I'm currently working on writing a document about how to complete the report in the event I win the lottery and I'm not available to do it next year. Because it was a real pain, and I don't want to have to go through that again. But yeah, busy during all those times, and I just wasn't able to get in there and post at the time that I needed to post. I also, wanted to do it at a time after I could like sit down and think about what I wanted to write in the post, because there were some other guild leaders that were making some really great posts in there, and I was like, okay, what can I post in here about this? Particularly difficult given that, the past year was really tough for me. It was really tough for me on all fronts, as you guys know. So, okay, how do I best represent the guild? What are my goals for the guild? But I'm gonna hang on to the flyer, and I will post it, periodically. Oh, thank you, Book Tart. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great sleep. Thank you for being here tonight. Good night, Book Tart. I really wish I'd had more time to plan. No time at all to plan, which is why I kind of did this at the last minute. I don't know if you guys saw my graphic that I posted on Blue Sky. Like, it's my 4-year anniversary. I have nothing planned and this is fine. I will definitely plan for the partner anniversary though, because we missed the last one. I totally missed it. For reasons. It's 10 p.m. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the time change. Yeah, you guys. Yeah. I forgot. The time change happened too during the flooring saga. And now it's late for all of you. Shucks. Well, don't stay up too late on my... Don't do that for me. You remember when 10 p.m. was the time to start heading to pubs or clubs? I know, right? I don't think I ever headed out that late when I was young. I think I would head out at like 9. Honestly, it would depend on when I got off work, because the times when I used to go to pubs or clubs was back when I used to wait tables. So it would really depend on when I got off work. If I was working that day. And yeah, it would be after 10. It would be after 10. That's true. Those were the days. Speaking of those days, I don't know if you guys caught the Twitch stream today. They were streaming like a Y2K themed. I don't know. I was in there for a couple of minutes. Something Y2K themed. That's some pretty cool stuff on there. I guess that's just like one downside of having moved around a lot. I did as a kid because my dad was in the Navy, but I also did as an adult. I moved around a lot, and it's like a missed opportunity. I really don't have any of like my old stuff from when I was a young adult that would now be like really cool memorabilia. Yeah, I don't have, well, I do have photos. I do have a bunch of old photos. Like, I have photos from when I went to New York and when I visited the World Trade Center. So I'm happy that I have those. I have like the physical photos. They even had like they even used to have like down in the lobby in the southernmost tower, I think it was, because I want to say that when we were on the deck we could see the other tower, and it was to the north and to the east, I think. Anyway, so in the lobby, when you enter in the tower, they had like an area set up with like a backdrop where you could get your photo taken, and then they would print it out for you, like the 8x10 inside like a little cardboard. I should look for it. Well, I mean, I know I have it. I'd have to find that. I mean, it's in my stuff. So like, I do have some memorabilia from that time. You missed Y2K. Things were simple. I know. I know. I still have like my my very first time I filed income taxes. So I started working when I was in high school. I started my first job like within days of turning 16. So you had to be 16 to have a non-farm related job. And so back then, in the olden times, when you wanted to file your taxes, you needed like a paper form, and you would also come with like a booklet. So you would go to the post office or to the library, and you would get like the form that you needed and like the little booklet. And I still have the booklet just because it was like, oh, it's my first time filing taxes. And I don't know, I hung on to it. I thought it was pretty cool at the time. Shucks, I forgot to condense my inventory. You remember, yep. So I have that, and I have, let's see, what else do I have? Those old photos. I actually have some photos that I also had printed out when I was in high school. So it used to be when you wanted photos printed out, you used like a disposable camera or a camera with film, and you had to take the film to the drugstore, and they would develop it for you, and you would wait a week or whatever and get your pictures. Like, that's how it used to be. So I still have a bunch of those that I had developed from high school. And shortly thereafter, when I went to the World Trade Center and all my trips to New York, I haven't looked through those pictures in at least 20 years, so it would be nice to take a peek at them. But yeah, those were the days. So let's see. Let's talk to Gilladil.
You've got Rabbi.
Oh, the trainee. How did I get that? It feels like something I would have crafted, but I did not. I did not craft that. Okay, and Fezes.
Trade with Kaji?
Yes. Let's see. There's, excuse me, the painting. I think I'll go put this in the guild hall. I'll put these in the guild bank. Okay, see you later, Fezes. Let's go to the... I like using the bank in High Isle. High Isle is my favorite place to go. Partially because of the Tales of Tribute quests, but also because it's the best place to do writs. It's the best place to do your daily writs. Oh, I'm so excited about my shoes. Oh, I forgot to set up the fishing game. I always forget. It used to be when I was a newer streamer, I used to keep like this little post-it note on my monitor of a checklist of things to do. And I got so good at it that I stopped using the checklist, and I need it again so I can remember to set that thing up. Fishing! Okay, now the fishing will work. Is it going to disappear? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so guild bank. Let's deposit a few things. Take a look and see if there's any more sealed writs I can do.
I see we have quite the...
Okay, so deposit recipes. Let's see. Are there any sealed writs? No sealed writs. I think that's all I have to deposit. Yeah, that's it. I'm keeping all the rest of these sealed writs, and one of these days I will do them. It's just that I don't have the style pages for a lot of them. Let me check and see if there are any that I can do. Okay, so let's see. No, none of the blacksmithing. Oh wait, what about this one? Yeah. Enchanting writ, I can do that, even though it's 2 vouchers, whatever. Oh, here's the jewelry crafting writ. Oh, I can do all 3 of these. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. And let's see, provisioning writ. Recipe not known. Perfect row. And perfect row. Okay, fine. Hey, Nasty J, good to see you. And then these. I don't know the motifs. Fine. Well, I'll do the 2 that I have. And I have, let's see. Jewel crafting and enchanting, so I can just do those over here. You are entered into the giveaway. Good luck to you. We don't have a lot of people in our giveaway today. So your odds are great so far. What am I doing? Just out of habit. Gosh. Habit. All right. Nope. Nope. Jewel crafting. Did I not pick up masterful jewelry? Oh, Histbark. Okay. Let me go to cats. Do I have it? I don't know. So until such time that I can finish all of my Grandmaster crafting stations, I usually visit Catatonia's place. She's got them all because she's amazing. Okay, I've got to do this one myself. So, Histbark. Surprised I don't have this set. Please not a triune, please. 1! Oh, man. Oh. Jeez, the things we do for sealed writs. Ugh. Fine. I only have 1 and now it's gone. Ugh. Let's see. Epic quality. I will not over improve this by mistake. What's the other one? Enchanting. Great. Back to Deshawn. I'm always so disoriented when I come here.
None of us is getting.
All right, 34 more vouchers. Oh, so I did a thing, you guys. I did a thing a couple days ago. I saw something in the crown store. As you can see, my dwindling crowns. I saw something in the crown store that I needed to get. You know how I was talking earlier about how much I enjoy scrying antiquities. I bought the Alpine Gallery, as it hasn't been available in a long time, and it just kind of pops up once in a blue moon. This is the first time it's been in the crown store in 3 years. 3 years. I had to buy it. I bought it. I feel it's kind of iconic, so I had to get it. Let's go to the Arboretum. I still have a furnishing pack that I picked up for the Arboretum that I haven't opened up yet. And I'm curious about what these purple flowers are that are all over this screenshot. I would love to get some of these. All right, so I wanted to place this artwork that I got. I feel like it'll be perfect for this home. Especially since the interior it's just the furnishings that came with it, minus a few additions that I made. Oh, maybe here? Let's see. No, actually I can do it from inventory. Furnishing. Painting of spring. Yeah, see, perfect. It's large. Probably a bit too large for that spot. Oh. Let's find a good spot for it. Where? Over the fireplace? No, it's kind of awkward there. Where did it go? So I know I have something over here. That would have been a good spot for it. There we go. Let's make sure it's straight. Perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's gorgeous. Great painting. Yeah, that's great. I really like it a lot. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Let's see. This way just a little bit. So it can kind of be centered. There we go. Now I'm happy with it. Do I have any other furnishings in my inventory? I do. Flowers. Oh, the butterflies. I forgot about the butterflies. I wanted to put the monarch butterflies over in the part of the garden where I have the Shalegorath music box, which is back over here. I mean, it seems so fitting that it's over here. Let's see. Let me pause the music just for a moment. Okay. Music boxes, it just conflicts. Okay. So we have this music box here with the butterflies, right? So I feel like I think I got these from the luxury vendor? Or maybe that was another login reward. I don't know. I don't want them mixed with the other butterflies, like maybe above it. It's so hard to do. Oh. The surface drag is what was the problem. Okay, so they're not quite where I wanted them. I love precision edit. I don't know what I would do without it. So let's see. We need to move them this way. I want to put them above the box. Okay, cool. Love it. I have 2 more of these. I know they're not mobs, but I want to put them with these light. So we'll put some here. And then, oh, I don't know. Maybe these lights? Okay. What else do I have in here? Oh yeah, these Shattered Fate crafting stations that we ended up not needing. I don't know what to do with those. I guess I can just put them in the bank. I'm running out of space. Can I put those in the guild bank? Maybe. Okay. We've got 17 minutes left on the giveaway. If anyone would like to enter the giveaway, the command is gimme, exclamation gimme, G-I-M-M-E. And that is for 150,000 gold for ESO, the PC, PCNA or PCEU. I see I have a survey here. All right. I'm going to try to put them in the bank, but I don't think I can. Hey, Cheshi! You're entered. Good luck, friend.
I cannot decide if I prefer unbathed clients or those who douse themselves with entirely too much fragrance. Not you, of course. Let us get to our business.
I love that. I always let him finish that statement because I think it's so funny. Not you, of course. I can't put them in the bank. Bummer. I don't know what to do with them. Maybe sell them? I have these stations that I attuned and I don't need them. And I would just like to say, like, maybe one day...
I cannot decide if I prefer...
maybe one day I'll be in a guild or will have an opportunity to feed them to a different station. Or different Grandmaster stations. Like, I don't know. What is all this? I don't remember what I made these for. I feel like these are part of a set. Orders Wrath. Training. I locked them. I don't know. I wonder why I did that. So some of the stuff that I've had in this bank, like I think I put them in here before. There's another blue butterfly flock. I think I put them in here before I knew... Oh, here's a monster set. Before I knew much about... sets and what to keep and what not to keep. And so one of these days I'm going to have to come in here and just give this a good cleaning out. There's a lot of my surveys. So that's one of the things that I need to do, but I think first I'll do the event quest. Even though I've done it a bunch. Let's grab some tickets. One day left. It's the last day. And then we'll play some Tales of Tribute. Jester Orc Iron is... Where is she? I don't remember. Well, let's look at the quest. There's King Yoren. Iren is in Volkgard? Yeah, she's in Volkgard. I knew it. No, wait, no. would like to go here, please. Yeah. Pretty proud of myself for that one. Okay. And I think I've already picked up my, completed. Talk to the high elf.
Help a high elf out?
Oh, I'm busy. I want to talk to the Jester Orc I ran.
The only fools I see are those in the audience.
These idiots.
Oh, a book?
How many Imperials does it take
Oh
to
gosh,
pound
oh
an
gosh.
I have the perfect mission for you, my doting vassal. You'll love it almost as much as me.
What's the significance of the goth outfit that you're wearing tonight? So, Sasarai, this is kind of something that came up years ago when I used to stream as Moxie Dreams and then Moxiety. It was a comment that someone made in chat one day because I'm sure you remember, like, my hair used to be really light blonde. And that was my look for the longest time. Someone had made a comment about, you know, what if I dressed goth, right? And people were like, oh, I'd pay to see that or something like that. And I'm like, I could totally make that happen. And so I did this. I did a look similar to this and it was incredibly popular. Goth Mox is a favorite. I think Goth Mox is some people's favorite version of Mox or whatever. So, yeah, I just do it every now and then for fun or for celebrations or for... We did some charity streaming last month, and that was like the $500 charity reward was, you know, that I would do a Goth Mox stream takeover just because it is, it's a popular look. So, yeah, we're doing that also because it's my 4-year stream anniversary today. I've been away for a couple weeks because my house has been renovated. So I really haven't had time to plan or put anything together, and this is what I came up with at the last minute.
Oh, I have the perfect mission for you.
Do I have to do the dailies to get the event tickets? I don't think I want to do that. It didn't loot my the box for me. Oh, Jester's Festival Garland. Oh, neat. Yeah, so we have to do the seasonal quests, right, in order to get the event tickets. Hope your house renovations went smoothly. That's important Ariel stuff to get in order. It was a bad situation. We originally had it done in February. And we weren't really sure, you know, about the results, and we had some questions. So we had our floors done in the bedrooms, and obviously I stream in one of the bedrooms. We'd previously had our floors done in the rest of our house like 6 years ago. And so we were kind of like, we used the same kind of flooring for both of the renovations, and we were like comparing like the results this time to last time. We were like, well, we're not really sure if this is an issue, but you know, we gave them some feedback about, you know, some of the things that we were experiencing with the floors. There was one thing that we definitely wanted them to change, but as we were giving them our feedback, we learned, wait a second, this could be a major issue. So in all of that work, or all of the discussions going back and forth and determining that we have an actual problem here, they sent back the original contractor that did the flooring wrong in the first place to repair things. And, you know, so the first time they came to do the floors, we had to move all of our stuff out, all the bedrooms. So we have the streaming room, we have the gym, and we have our bedroom. All that stuff was all out in the living room and the dining room, just outside on our, so we have a screened-in patio, like wherever we could fit all our stuff. The first time when they did the floors, then we bring everything back in, and then we were like, oh, you know, we have this feedback, and so we submitted the feedback, and then they were like, okay, this could potentially be an issue. We're going to send them back out to do a repair, determine or figure out what's going on. And the person that came back did it wrong in the first place, so he probably wasn't the best person to send out to figure out whether or not it could be fixed or how to fix it. He came out and weeks later, so we had to move our stuff again. So it's the third time we moved our furniture. I threw my back out the first time. Anyway, he made it worse. He didn't fix it. He didn't know what to do. And I feel for him because he's a nice person. Like we really like him, like talking to him and working with him. He's inexperienced in this specific situation and with this product and with our floors. And so it was all wrong. And so we had to wait another week and a half for a manager to come out. And then the manager came out and was like, no, we need to do it again. And we had to wait another 3 or 4 days for them to show up. And then when they came out, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to tear it all up. And they actually ended up pouring a new concrete layer, a self-leveling concrete in all of our bedrooms. And that took 2 days to dry. Like the whole thing. Now when they redid it and they reinstalled all new products, like it's much, 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 much better, like worlds better than the first time. But we've wasted all of these weeks and all of this time. We moved our furniture 4 times. They were also supposed to move our furniture for us and they didn't. Like, ugh. It's been exhausting. And we literally just finished a couple days ago with the major moving. Like the bedroom is done and this room is almost done. It's mostly done. And then the gym, we still have to do the gym. The treadmill is still in the living room or the dining room, whatever. Anyway, it's been a real pain in the butt. So I've just been kind of gone for weeks dealing with all of this. And I was gone for weeks the first time they did it. So it's just been a big mess for the past 2 months. It's good that they're honest. Yeah, I mean, if we hadn't said anything, like we would have janky floors. And they told us that like the issue that we were reporting that we were having could eventually become a critical failure. So it's a floating floor with an interlocking system. So some of them, the floor wasn't level underneath it. The first guy was supposed to level the floor and he didn't. So they told us that if over time, if we had caused enough stress to where some of the pieces had locked together, it would cause them to come undone and it would be a ripple effect. All of them would eventually all ripple up. And who knows when that would have happened? You know, would it have been within warranty? Like, who knows? But like, if we hadn't submitted the feedback in the first place, like that could have potentially happened. And when we submitted the feedback, I had to follow up with them like 3 or 4 times just to get someone on the phone to finally talk to me about it, to have it addressed. You know, I called their customer service and nothing happened. I ended up texting our salesperson and I'm like, hey, I know this isn't your area, but we have an issue and we've been submitting feedback and no one's getting back to us. And like, that took a week and a half of me following up like 4 or 5 times. So sure, they were honest, but I had to hound them for it. And I went through their system. I did it the way that, they wanted us to do it. But when we didn't get a response in a reasonable amount of time, I had to do what I had to do, So yeah, they were honest in the end, but that's because I relentlessly held them accountable. Hey, Papa Cannoli. There are a lack of people in these trades. Yeah, it makes you want to watch I remember The Money Pit. I used to watch The Money Pit over and over again. It was one of the movies that I recorded on TV. You remember Gumps? You'd take a VHS and you could just record whatever you were watching on TV. And my parents, we had cable when I was a kid. And that was one of the movies that I recorded. And I watched it over and over again. Not really I've never seen it as an adult, so I think it would be fun to watch as an adult. To have that different perspective. Yeah, it was a great movie. I remember it was really funny. Hi, Jess. Sorry I'm late. You've been dozing off and on. No worries. You are so sweet. Glad to see you. I hope you had a wonderful day so far. Okay, so I don't want to do the daily quests. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, here's some stamina. I should put those in the bank. right, you know what? I'm not going to get too sidetracked by what's in my inventory. I don't have a lot of surveys. So I think I deserve to play some Tales of Tribute. So I have Dueling Tributes. It's a brand new quest. And it is a brand new season. So let's go back to High Isle.
Hey, help a high elf out?
Sorry, ma'am.
You saved your queen. Stars give you safe traveling.
Yeah, I've apparently got a quest there that I'm working on, but no. I'm gonna go back to High Isle. Because it is time. It is time to play Tales of Tribute. And see how far we can get in our ranking. I haven't even looked to see where they put me. So, I did get Rubedite. I logged in last night, or no, yesterday, and I played a little bit so that I could finish my Rubedite ranking. So I did get Rubedite, so I think I should have 4 wins already, or 3? Can't remember. Anyway, let's see where it puts me. 4. How's Cooper? He's good. He's doing great. He's a little restless because he hasn't been going outside, and I haven't been making him wear his birthday suit, and he keeps taking off his cone. So he disturbed the progress that he'd made with his scab. So it's a much smaller than it used to be. It's like a little teeny tiny dot now, but where he's gotta grow a new one. Otherwise he's fine. Yeah, we'll need to get him the armor. I know. We need to find him something that doesn't make him walk funny. Ooh, look at this. The queue came up right away. All right. Let's start a prediction. Do you think I'm going to win this hand? You've got 5 minutes, so don't bet your points right away. Give it a little bit of time. Follow along. See if, think it's worth betting. Like I said, you've got 5 minutes. They chose Red Eagle, which you know I love Red Eagle, so I'm going to choose Crows and the Druid King. I think the Druid King is probably my favorite patron. Oh, they went for Mora. Okay. Hi, Annie! I was just thinking about you earlier today because I was redoing all of my custom icons for people. Hi! Just now getting back into ESO after not playing for quite a few months. You definitely missed it. Yeah, me, same. You know, I had a really crazy, wild, and wacky year. And so I'm just getting back into things too. It's wonderful to see you. How's things been? I also need to figure out a time and stream the Best Fiends for my sponsorship so that I can get paid for that, especially after all the money that I spent on the cats this month. You know, I took a pretty big hit from all of that. I probably should have done my war song, but it's okay. It's no problem. Okay, so let's see. Got that 6 coin on that first turn. That was a good start. You know, and I've already got 2 really good crow cards.
At Mama_Bayou, you've won the giveaway. Type claim in chat.
Mama Bayou, you have won the giveaway. Please type !claim, no other words, just !claim in the chat to claim your prize. Congratulations, you've won. Mama Bayou, you've won the gold giveaway. Please use !claim in the chat to claim your prize. A little obsessed with Infinity, Nikki. Yeah, I think you were telling me about that, right? Started a new crochet project. Ooh. And your reading goal. You're so good for all of that. I know you've posted about the books that you read in the past. Oh no, I need another coin. Shucks. Okay. Well, good for you, Annie. That all sounds wonderful. I have seen a little bit of Infinity, Nikki, but I haven't watched anyone play it, so I know it's really kawaii. Speaking of which, speaking of kawaii, you...
At Paypakanali, you've won the giveaway.
Oh no.
Type claim in chat.
Sorry, Mama Bayou, you have missed it. Papa Cannoli, you won the giveaway. Please use exclamation claim in the chat to claim that prize. Papa Cannoli has won the giveaway. All right, wonderful. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get rid of these two. Oh, shucks. Not enough coin to buy anything. Okay, that's fine. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Attention to detail in Nikki is amazing. The outfits are, yes, I know. And so I've seen some ads for it. And that's, and I have a couple of other streamer friends that streamed it quite a bit when it first came out. They really love the aesthetics of that game. I don't have time for another game. Annie, you missed the beginning of my stream. I have to show you. I did an unboxing at the beginning of my stream. And I think you're going to love this. I think you might love this. I'm gonna switch my cam. As soon as I finish this turn. Okay. Look at my new shoes. I got them a few weeks ago and I've been saving it up for the stream because I wanted to stream the unboxing. Aren't they amazing? I'm going to post some pictures in the Discord too. They look just like they do on their website. But yeah, I got them weeks ago. And I've just been super, super excited to stream it. Anyway, they're so perfect. Like the kitty that's over here is like a patch. So it's like it's not like embroidered onto it. It's like a patch that they sewed onto it. And like all of the cute little graphics that are on it are like silver stitching. And it has like a little puma on the back, and they're the Easy Riders, so they have like these really cool soles. Love them. I can't wait to wear them. So I wasn't sure if you knew this, but Puma did a collab with Hello Kitty, and there's these style shoes. These are specifically the Goth Easy Riders. They're called Goth, which is partially why I was inspired to do Goth Mox today. It's because the shoes are the Goth Easy Riders. But they have a lot of other styles and color themes. Like there are a lot of like creamy colored ones, pink ones that are like a more traditional Puma look. They're not all these Easy Riders, but I had to get these Easy Riders. Anyway, I love that the box came with like the Hello Kitty paper and everything. Anyway. All right, so let's see. Papa Cannoli EU at Papa Cannoli. Yeah, no problem. Whatever you prefer is A-okay with me. Shucks. We've got a situation here. Okay. I wonder if I could pull another crow. Yeah. Okay. This'll work. So let's get another power here. So that's 3 power, and we'll get rid of this guy. And that turns over a patron. Okay, mission accomplished. Okay, so since I'm playing on PC and A now, I'll just send myself a little note. And I'll get that over to you after the stream. All right, so I just send myself a little reminder. It just sends a note to the Discord server to keep me accountable. And so you'll see that come to you on the EU server within the next day or two. I'll get it sent over as soon as I can. In the meantime, let's start another giveaway. We'll do another 150,000 gold. Oh, no. Oh no! Another 150,000 gold for PCNA or PCEU. Exclamation gimme, the command is the same as the one before. And I don't know if you saw that, but they got a chimera. I haven't been doing a great job paying attention to the what's going on the tavern. So let's get rid of this guy and this guy. Turn that patron. Let's get rid of all of their cards, all their agents. Let's see if we can't come back. You're so welcome, Papa Cannoli. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Hey, Tim Tor. How's it going? Hi. How are you today? Sorry, I got caught up in showing Annie my shoes. Good to see ya. So yeah, you know, it's been kind of chaotic around here, but I did get back just in time for a little 4-year stream anniversary, which is today. I started 4 years ago as Moxie Dreams on Twitch, and I started streaming ESO on my very first stream. So I'm really happy to commemorate that. Okay, so I'd really like for them to quit it with the Druid King patron. I'll take this card. And let's get rid of probably this one. No worries, you dropped on the unboxing. You dropped in on the unboxing. Oh, nice. Great. Great. I'm so excited. I can't wait to try them on. But I know Annie really likes Hello Kitty. Annie's custom icon is a Hello Kitty icon, so I just had to make sure that she got a chance to check them out. They're really cool. Thank you, Tim Tor. Ugh. Enough with the Druid King, sir or madam. Okay, enough. Stop it. So let's do this one and this one and this one. It's probably not going to be enough to stop them from doing it. This is the disadvantage of trying to play Tales of Tribute while I'm streaming. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I always get too chatty and I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. There's all the stuff that I like to do when I play this patron myself. I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm just gonna pass all my turns and hopefully they'll get 40 and they'll win. And then I can get on to my next hand. Hopefully they get the point or they get the hint. And I will pay better attention next time. Okay, did they have to do 72? No. Okay, so that puts me in a Quicksilver. Fine, this is fine. I did not win. I hope you all voted no, but with at least one person voting yes so that you win some points. All right, let's see. Let's choose the outcome of the prediction. 100% to yes. I'm very sorry for the 99 points. They just, they go back to Twitch, I guess. Gumps and Annie. Sorry about that. I will try to do better. Let's do another one. Okay, let's go to... Maybe it's because I haven't been hanging out where I usually hang out. Nobody thought this would happen. Oh, that's so funny. The prediction? That's hilarious. Nobody thought it would happen. I know some of you did. It's okay to do no. Get your points. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I have a losing record. Okay, so let's see if maybe I can do a little better if I hang out in my typical spot here. There we go. We'll hang out here and see if this improves my odds any. I have this unproven theory that if I hang out here in the hall, standing up here, it improves my chances. Honestly, the best spot is up here on the chandelier, but it's difficult to get up there. Very tricky. Not easy. Oh my gosh. I got a ton of text messages. I gotta answer one of these really quick. Okay, so Red Eagle and Crows. Let's see what they pick. You believe in me? Thank you. Thank you. Let's start the prediction. If you feel like participating, I'll go ahead and start one. I know they can be kind of fun. Do you think I'm gonna win? Yes or no? I've got 5 minutes to decide. Don't answer right away. Okay, got that answered. Where's my mouse? Oh, okay. Let's see. So we have, oh, Keller. We're not gonna have very much power. Ooh, that could be a toughie. Okay. Sorry, I'm just following up on this chat that I'm in. So me and Kira's sister and Kira's friend, we're coordinating to go to a concert together, and they're gonna fly here to go. And so they were asking questions about it earlier while I was streaming and I wasn't paying attention. So I just want to follow up really quick because they're talking about what tickets to buy. Okay, let's see. So we're probably going to need to collect cards like this one in order to collect power. Oh, and Midnight Raid. Shucks, that's going to be another one that's like a major source of power in this selection of patrons. This is a tough one. Might be a bit of a slower match. We'll see. Unless one person gets multiple Midnight Raids. That might make it quick. Oh, they didn't go for it. I'm going to grab it. I'm definitely going to grab it. There's only 3 Midnight Raids. It's better to just grab it, in my opinion. Oh, what's on my calendar? Okay. Wu-Tang Clan. Yep. You guessed it. You guessed it. No. No, we're no, we're actually going to a K-pop concert. Shucks, don't want any of these. Well, the one I want I can't afford. I would want this one, but I don't have enough cash money for it. Do I take the scrying globe? Yes, I'll take the scrying globe. Ah, shucks, too bad I can't buy that. Yeah, we're gonna go to a K-pop concert. And they are wanting to get a VIP experience, apparently. Okay. We'll just do this and continue with economy. Would be nice to get my hands on the Dreaming Cave. Something to continue building these power combos. But yeah, so we started texting about it yesterday. So like I said, they're all gonna fly here to go to this concert. So they live in Hawaii, which these bands usually don't go to. So when they're touring the States, if they come to Phoenix, you know, they usually, if they really want to see them, they'll come here and we'll go see them together. I don't want any of these cards. Gross. Okay. I guess the prescience wouldn't be too bad, but I'll take another hostile takeover. If anything else, it'll help me get some good cards and I can just cash it in. But yeah, so it's exciting. We went to one last year together. Last year in July. It's the same band. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Ooh, it'd be nice to get that combo, so let's pull that. Okay, great. And then we'll take this for another combo. Perfect. All right. Oh, good. I'll get a free card this turn, too. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, shucks. I bet you they're going to go for that oratory. I guess they've been building up a crow deck. And they've also been doing a good job at getting rid of their treasury cards. Something I need to get better at. Shucks. Okay. So let's get rid of this one. What will I take for free? I should probably take the Sijic Apprentice. I want to take the Toll of Flesh, though. Partially because it's good, and partially because I don't want them to have any more crows. Shucks. I'm not going to turn either of these two patrons. Well, three, I guess. Shucks. Anyway, exciting. So they were sending us the... Okay. Great, we've got a Midnight Ray combo on this one. Let's draw another card. And the Relic Master is great. I'll take that one. I'm glad I didn't buy the Apprentice. The Relic Master is the better of the two. And it can help me with some of the, oh, they got The Dreaming Cave. Some of these Caloris combos. Let's see. 45 minutes on the giveaway, friends. Giving away 150,000 gold for ESO, PCNA, or PCEU. And one day I'll start playing on Xbox, and who knows? Maybe we can start including Xbox. I did bring in the Xbox and it is set up. Kira has to set up a network switch in this room so we can connect it to the internet, but we're working on it. It's in progress. Okay. Oh, heck. They're going to get me on patrons. I've got to be careful. Nasty J, you're entered. Good luck. Oh, I'm going to send them a picture of my shoes. This one. Look at all of those agents. Holy heck. Ugh, gross. Okay. So many hecks. Ooh wee. That's a lot of heck and hex. You can say that again. And that's not even like the count. Oh no. I guess it's a good thing I don't have agents up. Otherwise they would totally get me on patrons. Shucks. Okay. I wonder if this game will end before my break. It should. I'm gonna need more water. I am not playing well so far today. Oh geez. Oh geez. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Well, there's the answer to that question. Shucks. Shucks. How long will it take me to get to Rubedite? I should be careful about where I'm standing. Okay, let me move forward a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that my character went bobbed up and down a little when I loaded in. Sometimes if I'm standing too close to the back, it will drop me down behind it and then I get stuck. There's no way out except for to TP. Okay, well, I didn't do my best, but I tried. I'm so sorry. I appreciate the votes of confidence. Unfortunately, I'm not playing my best today. Gumps and oh my gosh, Gumps. I'm sorry, Gumps. Oh, that's a lot of points. They just go back. They go nowhere. I wish I could just give people points. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Gumps. 69 points. Just gone. Yeah, I know. Okay, I won't start another one. There is an ad break that's going to happen in just a few minutes. Actually, why don't I just go ahead and take my break now? I will go ahead and do my break. It is the 2-hour mark. And as you know, it's usually when I take my break, I'm going to get some more water and run to the restroom. I might grab a snack. and I will come back and keep trying to play a little more Tales of Tribute. Thanks again for hanging out with me on my 4-year stream anniversary that just came up out of nowhere with no plans. Bacon? Maybe. We'll have to see what Kira's. Sometimes he cooks. We'll see if he's cooked anything. Thank you, Gumps. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take my break now. I'm going to start the ad break, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. So I will BRB. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm just going to manually run the ads. Be right back. Hello. I took the shoes out so that I could show Kira because I hadn't opened the box yet. Like, I think I showed him an image when I was planning to buy them, but he hadn't seen them in person either. He thought they were pretty cool. He's like, I already saw them. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I haven't opened the box yet. Like, today was the first day I opened the box. He's like, oh, did you show me on your phone? And I was like, yep. I sure did. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. Maybe I can do a little bit better. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. Exactly, Gumps. Exactly. I'm bound to win one eventually, right? Eventually. So yeah, very, very excited for the anniversary jubilee. I'll have to check the event details, but it looks like there's a new cake. There's always a new cake. So this will be my 4th year. As I started playing ESO, I mean, I played it a little bit before I started streaming it. I started playing it in January, I think, or maybe December. And I played a little on and off, and then started streaming it. So I didn't really get into it until I started streaming it. In my first month of streaming, I streamed like 80 hours. I streamed like 6 days a week. It was pretty crazy. But I was having fun, and I got affiliate right away, and was enjoying getting to learn about ESO, comparing it to all the other MMOs that I've played. I'm definitely looking forward to getting into some Palia. We've got some great Palia drops that are happening. Those are going on for 2 weeks, so we have a lot of time on those. You still need to do the last chapter in ESO, but there's a big PoE 2 patch on Friday. PoE 2. I know you told me what that is. Path of Exile. I did it. That's okay. ESO will be there. I know you'll get to it. I'm way behind. I mean, I started off way behind. As anyone that starts playing an MMO that already had, let's see, at that point, 6 years worth of content. And just a reminder, I'm still doing the Best Fiends campaign. I'm still doing the Best Fiends, a mobile game campaign. And that's going on for, I actually only have like 5 days left, so I'm going to need to stream a little bit of time of it so that I can get paid. If I don't stream it, I don't get paid. So I've got to stream it. And it's interesting because it's a mobile game. I'll have to probably use BlueStacks or something. Hey Zephys! How's it going? Good to see you. Is your VPN setup working? You have your mod view. Yuck. I wish I could get this. I don't have the cash. Let's just keep working on economy here. You want to try the Huntress? Oh. I forgot to start a prediction. Let's start it. And hopefully Gumps will regain some of those points that were lost to the ether earlier in the stream. I'm so sorry, Gumps. There we go. There's that Dreaming Cave. Perfect. I appreciate y'all for joining me on my impromptu stream anniversary. It is actually my stream anniversary. I just haven't had any time to plan or put anything together. And so I just decided last minute to do Goth Mox. When I was unboxing my Goth shoes, I'm like, oh, I should do Goth Mox. And I was going to try to put some stuff together. And then earlier I began testing all of my stuff. And it was weird. So a couple of days ago, when we were setting up the room, I had purchased a PCIe USB expansion card because your girl's got a lot of accessories, okay? And my USB controllers sometimes are not thrilled with the number of accessories that I have. In addition to that, I have 2 cameras and I want to add a third one. So I'm going to have to buy another card because we took out the graphics card. We put in this PCIe card and the USB slots are oriented, I guess you could say, horizontally. And my PC case, the slot was too narrow. It's more narrow than the width of a USB-A. So with the card installed, we couldn't plug anything into it because of my case. The slot is too narrow. So I've got to return it. I did return it. I've got to get another one. And then I'm going to add a third camera for some fun stuff. But, oh, look at this gross shield bearer. And I don't have enough coin to get rid of it. How do I not? Oh, I bought something. I wasn't paying attention to the shield bearer. I gotta use my power now. Shame on me. Hey, Scootérific, how's it going? You remember the first day in ESO beta? A section bugged out, so there were a bunch of us standing around in a cave. Then some ERP folk decided to... Oh, shucks. I ran out of time. This isn't bode well. Hi, how are you today? Anyway, then ERP folk decided to put on a show. Oh my gosh. It's like going to Limsa, right? Well, no, they don't do that in Limsa. I don't think I get your reference though, Scootérific. Oh, what were you talking about? Anyway, let's do this. Let's pull another card. Perfect. Great, love it. Let's get rid of the bonfire. Make things a little more difficult for them. Hopefully. Zephys wants to do a poll. Oh, guess what? I received a Monster Hunter Wilds code from the Twitch Women's Guild. So I also want to figure out a time to check that game out. Hi, Wimbicent, how's it going? Is it Ibsent? Maybe I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I'm a very literal person. Let's see. So Archer's Volley is great. I'll probably also grab the Blackmail. And that'll be it. Still time on the prediction. Do you think I'm going to win? It's okay to vote no. In fact, you will probably win if you vote no. I think I understand the reason why you're putting all the points in is so that the people who vote no have something to win. And I appreciate you for that. Okay. Let's take this one. I think I'll toss that one too. And let's do this. You guys are both entered into the giveaway. Good luck to you. We have about 24 minutes left on those. Make sure you're here around that time to claim your prize if you win. Those are all good options. Do I have something to combo? I do for... No, I don't think I will.
CEFUS4114 just resubscribed for 23 months.
Yay! Thank you, Zephys. Thank you so much for being a 23-month subscriber. Also at tier 3. I really heckin' appreciate that. Thank you so much for your continued support, Zephys. That's amazing. Very generous of you. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Wait. Oh, one crow. I don't know why I was thinking I had two. So let's see. I'm going to pull another card. There's a second one. And then... Okay, there's a treasury card. So I wanted to try to get a treasury card to use for this one. And I will replace this one only because the matron is on the tavern and it's a better card anyway. And shucks. Get rid of one of those. Oh, there's another one. I didn't know there were 3 scratch cards. Shucks. 23 months, almost 2 years. Has it been? I don't know. I guess that feels about right. Yeah. That does feel about right. Let's check this. And then this. This one. There's a combo. I think I will replace the Carthman Hunter. Hi, Cassadar. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so very much for the raid. Wonderful to see you. Hi, everyone. My name is Carrie, and I am an MMORPG variety streamer. We're playing ESO today, which is the game that I first streamed with. It is my 4-year stream anniversary today, so I don't know. I would have streamed ESO anyway, but in honor of my 4-year stream anniversary, I am currently dressed as my alter ego, Goth Mox. It's a long story. And we're playing some ESO and hanging out, having a lovely time. Cassadar, my dear, how was your stream? You were playing Inzoi. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You always play some of the most unique games, except for Sims. I know you play Sims 4, and I know you stream chickens. Wait, escape. I clicked that too quickly. Thank you, Cassadar. Thank you so much. How'd the stream go? Thanks again for the raid. I appreciate you. Let's see if we can get a treasury card. There's one. Let's toss that one. Okay, good. So I'll take this one. You know, they've let me have this Elder Witch for a really long time. Let's draw another card. Combo, let's get rid of the rally. And I'll take the reinforcements. Even though I almost bought that scrying globe. It's a new life sim game. Oh, nice. It's kind of like Sims, but more in depth. That sounds right up your alley. Trying to figure out what all there is in the game. There's a lot to learn. The stream went good. Yay! I'm so glad. You saw someone spend 7 hours in the character creator. Is it that good? Does this game cost money? Yay! We finally got a win on the books, friends. It only took me 3 hands. 3rd time's the charm. As I slowly creep toward Void Steel. $40 early. Ooh. Ooh-wee. No thanks. That's a little too much for me. Okay, so the yeses finally have it. Of course, after I talked all that smack about you should probably vote no, but no one voted no. So at least you will get your points back. They will not be lost to the ether. The character creator is crazy. Maybe I'll look it up on YouTube or something. All right, so we finally got a win. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I had good luck on the tavern. I did well on the tavern. At least that's going to be my theory for that one. It's a little steep for an early access, but you're enjoying it so far. Curious to see what they add to it. Yeah, I hope it lives up to your expectations. Yeah, I mean, I know games can be expensive. I feel like, especially those of us that stream, like we already have so many games. I have more games than I'll ever, play. Although I'm going to make time for Monster Hunter Wilds. I have several games that I want to mix in this year. And this all boils down to me getting back on a 4-day schedule. Not only would I like to do that, I would like to, build our community back up again. I'd love to continue growing what I'm growing in ESO. I would also like to see if I, can turn this into like a part-time job. Especially after the recent extra bills I had come up. So I had a very, very expensive month. All 3 of my cats had extra visits to the vet this month. And one of them had a couple sets of labs that weren't covered by their plan. And then poor Mochi needed an extraction at his dental appointment. And the cleaning was covered, but the extraction wasn't. And that was very expensive. And then Mr. Cooper got grabbed by a bird. I'm assuming it was like, okay, so you guys, the claw marks that were on his side, and we heard him out there screaming like when it happened. And we assumed at first that maybe he just got into a fight with another cat, because other cats jump in our yard all the time. But when the vet shaved him and looked at it, she was like, oh, this looks like bird claws. And in Arizona, we have all kinds of birds of prey here. And Cooper is not a little cat. So this was a brave, potentially very strong bird that tried to grab my cat. But Cooper won. He won. Anyway, that was another trip to the vet, which thankfully I did not have to go to the emergency vet. Thankfully, I called the vet because at this point I had already paid for all of Hobbs's labs and all of Hobbs's medicine. Hobbs has hyperthyroidism. And he's doing great, by the way, but his labs and his meds were not covered. And then Mochi's tooth extraction, I paid for that. And then this all happened within the course of a week and a half. While we're still dealing with all of the mess with the floors and all of our stuff is piled up in all the other rooms. Then Cooper has this, we find this injury on him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't afford the emergency vet. And I couldn't tell what was wrong with him. I'm going to take the Black Feather Brigand. Anyway, I called the regular vet where he has his plan. And I'm like, I'm hoping you guys can help me with this cat because I think I forgot the prediction. Yeah, I did. I hope you can help me with the cat. Do you guys think I'm going to win this? You can use your channel points to wager. Yes or no? It's okay to vote yes or no if you really think no is the answer. Anyway, took him in. When I called them, it was like 10:38. And I was like, I really need some help, you guys. I'm kind of in a desperate situation. I wonder if I can bring my cat in. If there's any way at all someone can see my cat. And she's like, actually, we have an opening at 11 o'clock. I'm like, I will be there. I will grab him right now and I will be there because it's not far from where I live. It's like 3 or 4 miles away. So I was there right at 11 and I was just so worried when they took him back they said, okay, we'll take him back and we'll see if he'll let us shave him. And he wasn't back there for very long. I was so worried that they were going to come back and say, you know what? He needs to go to the emergency vet. But they didn't. They came back and they were like, oh, it looks like maybe it was a bird because there were 2 claw marks and they were like in the C shape. There were like 2 little, they look kind of like this and they were right next to each other. And she said, he doesn't look like he's infected, but we're going to give you antibiotics just in case. And so best case scenario, I still had to pay for his cleaning or his shaving and the cleaning. They did clean it and for antibiotics and other meds. So I took on a lot of extra bills this month. And I feel kind of bad because I bought those shoes that I showed you guys a month and a half ago. Whatever. So anyway, I'm going to try. I need to stream more because I need to make some more money. It's not good. No, it wasn't good at all. Yeah, all 3 of the kitties are all doing great now, though. They're all doing wonderful. Hobbs's hyperthyroid medication, it's night and day. And it's just so interesting. the things that have changed about him over the past year and a half or so. He's 15 now. I thought, oh, he's just getting old. No. The changes that I have witnessed within him are because of his hyperthyroid, and he is like turning around and improved already just on the medication for a few weeks. Mochi is doing great now. He was, I think he had a little bit of pain first day or two, but he's doing great. He's happy again. Cooper is also doing great. So yeah, it was worth it. Don't get me wrong. I love my cats and I always give them the care that they need. That's why they all have health plans. Hey, Captain Charismatic. I know. Good to see you. It has been a while. There's always something extra happening with me. Always something extra happening with me. Yeah, we had our floors done in February. Well, they had to come out, rip them out, and redo them. And pour new floors. They poured self-leveling concrete, and that took days, and just like, oh my gosh, it has been a real time. Okay, I gotta turn one of these patrons. Let's do Mora. Rothgar, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. WP, your intro, good luck to you. So yeah, it is my 4-year stream anniversary. I started streaming on Twitch under the name Moxie Dreams. And I started playing ESO, and ESO has been my main game ever since. Hey, Mama Bayou, welcome back. Hey, I just want you to know, can you see on my stream on the screen up ahead where it says ends in 12, 29, 28, 27, the timer? That's when the giveaway ends. So if you win, you'll have to claim your prize, and you actually won the last one, but I think you were AFK. So just FYI, if you want to be present for the next one, that timer will tell you when it's going to happen. Just in case you win again. Anyway. Patron victory. I know, I see it. I'm going to do my best to prevent that. Okay, so these two. We don't want them to have a patron victory. I could really use some more power. Hi, Valandar. Good to see you. How have you been? I think it's been a minute, hasn't it? Come on, I need some power. Shucks. Okay. That'll give me a combo. Let's actually get rid of this guy. It's a bit late in the game. So we have a lot of coin. Not a lot of power. I could draw this, but that's only going to give me 1 power. How many more treasury cards do I have? 2. Okay. Let's see. There we go. There's some power. Perfect. That's what I needed. So we'll turn this patron. And we'll turn this one again. To prevent that pesky patron win. Okay, we got quite a bit of coin here too. So we'll take this one and this one and this one. And we'll knock out their agents. Do I need the rag picker? Well, let's just take this one. Just for the power. Okay, that took a while, but we got there. I see you went Goth since you last saw me. Yeah, Captain Charismatic. Is this your first time ever seeing Goth Mox? So, speaking of me starting streaming 4 years ago as Moxie Dreams, it was Moxie Dreams, and then like at the 2-year mark, I switched to Moxiety. And at some point in between that time period, someone made a comment because, you know, well, you may not know, I used to have very bright blonde hair. I used to dye my hair very bright. Well, I used to put highlights in my hair and it made them very light, very blonde hair. And a comment was like, oh, it would be funny to see Mox as a goth. And so I started doing this. I was like, I can do that. I can make that happen. Bet. So Goth Mox has been very popular. So I bring her back for special occasions. This is from our charity stream that we did in March. We reached our goal of $500. So I promised to do Goth Mox, and here we are. Been a bit. You got your Antiquities tune raging over Tamriel to grab those leads about to expire. Did we talk about this last time? Because I'm very mad. I guess I could take that. I don't really want it. I'm very upset about my leads because I got a ton of leads from the event that we had earlier this year. Earlier this year, we had an event where looting would give you increased antiquity leads, and I got a ton of antiquity leads. And then all of the mess with my home renovations happened, and I lost all of them. I ended up losing. They all expired, and I really don't think leads should expire. Really don't think they should expire. But anyway, that's two stories in one. It's good to see you again, Captain Charismatic. Yeah, I've been dealing with a renovation nightmare here in my home, and it is finally over. But it was almost 2 months in the making, with a lot of drama and a lot of other stuff happening, and I'm just like trying to get back to normal. I've been fighting to get back to the stream and just have it just be there, just consistent like it was 2 years ago when I was doing my partner push. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for the follow. I would like to get back to 4 days a week. I don't know why I can't. So I'll update my schedule. I'm going to do my best. Yeah. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Even while I was talking to everybody. I think we even got the raid during that hand. There we go. I fell off. See, sometimes it pushes me down to the ground. It doesn't like me standing up there.
Marunji thinks your return
Yes.
very good.
It is very good.
Marunji has good.
All right. Very good. He says, very good. Hi, Vroom. Good to see you. How are you? I think the last time I was in here was when you were still Moxiety, right? Yes. So I changed my username probably 8 months ago. It was, I think, like in June. It was around my birthday. Maybe just before my birthday. I changed my username, and I did that because I'd been thinking about changing it for a while. Like, I really liked Moxiety. It was heckin' clever. Oh my gosh, I keep failing. It was heckin' clever, but just the number of people that didn't. They just didn't see it. It just, it wasn't as apparent as I thought it was. It wasn't as obvious as I thought it was. So, oh my gosh. Look at this crazy run speed. I'm going to use a block. Anyway. And so my username was mispronounced by so many people. So many people. Even people that had supposedly seen my stream before. I mean, I don't know. Just everyone mispronounced it, and that just drove me crazy. So for a while, I threw around. I made a list of a bunch of ideas. My name is Carrie, and I was like, okay, let's see how many different usernames I can come up with that has Carrie in it, and pick something that I like. The giveaway is NA or EU, Vroom. It's either or. So if you win the giveaway and you play on the EU server, I will send it to you on EU. Either one is fine. But anyway, and I've been Moxie in one way or another online for a really long time, Ballandar. Like, my main game prior to streaming was Final Fantasy XIV, and my character is Moxie. That's her name. And just to the extent that some people that I know that I met in that game still, they call me Moxie. They don't call me Carrie. They call me Moxie. But anyway, and Moxie still exists, right? Like, in my game, some of my characters, my car, I have Moxie on my license plate. A variation of Moxie. I had to get creative. But anyway, so that still exists. But anyway, there weren't any good Moxie-like names available that I wanted. So I thought, okay, let's do something with Carrie. That's my name. So I came up with a long list of names that I could potentially use that had Carrie in them. But I got this idea. I knew that there was a Carrie account, but it was it looked like it was an inactive account. So let me do the outcome of the prediction is yes, everyone gets their points back. You all get your points back, which is Gumps. Congrats on your 69 points. So anyway, fun fact, partners get a lifetime one-time perk of a support assisted username change. where it is possible for us to assume an inactive account if the account is inactive. So an inactive Twitch account means that the person that owns the account has not logged into Twitch. It doesn't have to be a streamer. It could be a viewer, of course. If they have not logged into Twitch, I think for more than 12 months or something, or 18 months, it's an extended period of time. If they have not visited Twitch and logged in, their account's considered inactive. So I was like, let's try it. I emailed them and I'm like, hey, I want to change my username. Can I change it to Carrie? And they were like, yeah. You want it? I was like, yes. So I had to go for it. And someone is very upset with me. Someone's very upset with me. Oh no, it's not just me. Maybe they're just throwing revelry pies. Zephys sent me a gift. Zephys, I'm so embarrassed. Zephys. You guys, Zephys is an incredibly wonderful and generous person. Thank you, Zephys. Zephys sent me a gift while I was in the middle of all of my renovation horror these past 2 months, and I didn't open the gift because I wanted to open it on stream, and I was only supposed to be away for like max a week, but it was almost 3 weeks and the gift expired. Sorry, Zephys. I just wanted to do it on stream. I didn't even look at my inventory to see what it was. I don't even know what it was. They're upset, the original Carrie account owner? No, they wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know Annie. Honestly, I don't know. No one knows. Like I said, it was in an inactive account. So they had not used Twitch, logged into Twitch for, like I said, it's either 12 months or 18 months, an extended period of time. And I think it had even been longer than that. Someone probably grabbed the username when Twitch was created and then just never came back. Anyway, so I went for it. They offered it to me. Of course I took it. So Zephys sent me a gift. Zephys, is this the same gift that you sent me last time? They probably still haven't logged on. Well, they can't now. Yeah. I'm gonna guess that someone who managed to get Carrie as a name probably signed up for an early years of Twitch. Yeah. Thank you, Zephys. Ooh, Balfourian Circus Guar. Yay! Another Guar saved from Lefonos Pie endeavors. Yay! Thank you! Thank you so much! There he is! There he is! I see I even called it Lefonos. Thank you so much! Ah! Thank you! And you know what? This works out perfectly because it is my stream anniversary. No, this Guar has been saved.
Bear the brimstone crowd.
This Guar has been saved. It will not be inside anyone's pie. Okay? Yeah! Let's check it out. I have one other Guar, two other Guars. I have my Guar that I got from Necrom. I have this banded Guar. Balfourian Circus Guar. It's called Garish. Let's see. Ooh, fancy. Oh, it's so pretty. It's my favorite color. Well, its lower half is my favorite color. How can I get a good angle of this? You can't shift the camera in this game like you can in other games. Oh, he's very pretty. Thank you, Zephys. He's so cute. Is this like a limited time only Guar? I don't think I've seen this colored Guar before. Oh, it's precious.
At Lefonos, you've won the giveaway. Type claim in chat.
Lefonos, congratulations. Lefonos, hey Lady Riot. Lady Riot, hey Lady Riot. I saw you come in, but I was jabbing at the time. I saw you enter the chat earlier. I was jabbering at the time. About 8 minutes ago. Hi Lady Riot, happy to see you. I hope you're well. Hi. I saw you. I was just jabbing. Like I do. Thank you. Thank you so much, Zephys, for the guar. It's a perfect anniversary present. It's been a long time. Oh, you know how it works. Did you enter in the last minute? You did. You were the last person to enter. What a cute guar. It's got beautiful colors. And.
Rigged. I think rigged.
No. It's totally random. Although, I don't know. We do see frequently that sometimes when people enter the last minute, they win them. I don't know. Anyone who has the gall to claim guar pot pie is tasty has never tasted the magnificence of guar tenderloin with butter, garlic, salt, and pepper. Shame on you. Guars are our friends. It's beautiful. So I was gonna say this guar is a gorgeous aqua color and a beautiful orange color. They're complementary on the color wheel. I love it. I love bipedals. I love the guars. I love the way they run and the way they jump. I love it. And the voice from Bruce from Finding Nemo. Guars are friends. And food. No. You stop that. Oh, it's so cute. I love the way they jump. Look how happy he is to not be in a pie. Okay, Laphonos. Congratulations. I will send you cash money right now. Winner! Congrats! All right, Laphonos. You may not buy or acquire ingredients for guar pot pies with this gold. Those are the terms and conditions. Send. Congratulations. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Okay, almost 9 o'clock. Okay, we have time. Does it do anything special like your machine shows true north? I don't think so. Let's see. I'm not even sure how I figured that out on the other, what did I do? Space? Yeah, it just does this. It just rawr, rawr. Zephys, you quit that. This is what it does. Rawr, rawr. How about guar Wellington? No. Guar andouille sausage? No. Guar haggis? No. I do need ingredients and not for pot pie. I need some rare trait stones to make researchables, so I'll be able to afford them. Yeah. Is that what you need help with, by the way? Do you need some stuff to research? Because I'm done with all research, so I can send you some stuff. Has it already been a month since I sent you that jewelry? I wouldn't be surprised. The time's been flying. Okay, friends and loved ones, let's start another giveaway. I've totally gone off the screen here. Let's see, where are they? Giveaway. There it is. Okay. Another 150,000 gold. 150,000 gold. All right. No, actually, cancel. I'm going to cancel the giveaway. Hold on. Canceling the giveaway. Let's make this a big giveaway. Let's do a big giveaway for the 4-year anniversary. Let's do a big giveaway for the 4-year anniversary. Let me go in and change it. I have to update the I have to update everything in order to do that. Just 1 second. I'm gonna work on this really quick. Just change these numbers around a little bit. Just change the numbers a little bit. Okay, and then let's change the giveaway text to match it. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. All right. Cancel the giveaway. We're gonna restart it. Did I do it right? Yeah, 500,000 gold. 500,000 gold. Let's go for 4 years. 500,000 gold. ESO, PCNA, or PCEU. Sorry, Laphonos and others that have won earlier today. Kind of a last minute decision. Exclamation gimme to enter the 4-year special giveaway. Exclamation gimme. 500,000 gold. I feel like I should allow everyone to enter it. But I've already started it. If you want, you can buy some more Triune to trade for them. So I have the Triune that you gave me, and I have an okay amount of Triune. I have 14 of them, I think. And I think, oops, I closed my game window. I think you gave me like 10 of those. So I gotta open up my game window. I can't see the game right now. There we go. I'm gonna sneeze. I might sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, Zephys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. 500,000 gold. PCNA or PCEU. And the command to enter that is exclamation gimme. Same as all the other ones. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. All right. Enter that giveaway. Exclamation gimme to enter. If you want, you can buy some more. Oh, no. You already read that. Only need 2 Debellum and 2 Slaughterstone. You can make the jewelry on your main. Perfect. All right, let's start another tribute match. Am I going to be able to finish my Dueling Tributes quest today? Maybe. Oh, I mean, I already did one, so yes. I forgot. I started another one. Goodness gracious. This will be our last giveaway for today. Excuse me. So let's see, who's an OG? Wildflowers is an OG. Wildflowers was here hanging out with me when I started streaming as Moxie Dreams. Our crocheter, Mighty Luna. I met Mighty Luna before I even started streaming. I met her chatting in another channel that we both used to hang out in. We became friends. Oh, Annie, that's another thing I wouldn't. You said something about crocheting. So my friend Mighty Luna, she is a crocheter and she made me some things. One of the things that she made me is this little guy right here. This is, and I gotta fix this little rig because he's not set up right. Anyway, this is my gummy worm. It's a little worm. And we have not chosen a name for it yet. We haven't chosen a name for it yet. So I received this from Mighty Luna. She makes them. And Zephys actually bought some from her too. And she also made me this really gorgeous, like beautiful sort of scarf, shawl, hood thing to wear. I mean, it's warm now, but I will definitely need it for my trip to Alaska in the summer, in the fall. Name it Jim. Well, I mean, Jim is on the list. We do have a list of names to consider. Excuse me. I might have to, since I sneezed, my nose has been a little weird. It's so cute, right, Annie? Since you last streamed, I built a huge wizard's tower in Moonsugar Meadow. That's the perfect place to do it. Hey, maybe we'll tour it on stream sometime if you want. Gumfrey. Gumfrey was not previously suggested. Worm name, Walter, Destroyer of Worlds. Another great suggestion. We're gonna need to keep track of them. Gumfrey and Walter, Destroyer of Worlds. I really would like Bruce Hilda to actually weigh in on it. I feel like she has a talent for coming up with great names. Let's do this one, and we'll get rid of these two. You You got a photo of it down in screenshots in the Discord. Perfect. Excellent. I'll have to check it. Who needs style material and which kind? That would be Laphonos. I actually could use some too. I used my last something earlier doing a sealed writ. As you know, I'm doing sealed writs so that I can buy more tunable crafting stations. I forget which one it was that I ran out of. It was Slaughterstone. I think I used, no. Was it Slaughterstone that I used earlier today? It was my very last one. Maybe. I'll have to check. I'll have to check my inventory when I'm done. Because I was doing a jewel craft sealed writ. Am I going to sneeze again? I sure hope not. I'm going to do treasury. Gotta get that economy going. 2 debellum and 2 slaughterstone to make jewelry. So I'm pretty sure I have debellium. But yeah, I'll have to check. Okay, let's see. Ooh, good. Got a midnight raid combo right away. Let's do reinforcements. And let's draw another card. For funsies. And let's just get rid of the Bankrai sentries. Great. We are done. Wow, 9.5k channel points. Someone bet 9.5k channel points. Wow. 94.79. That's very specific. That must be a combination of a couple different people. I need just a moment. All right. Could not breathe through my nose. Let's see. Let's do this one. Draw another card. Ooh, nice. Coins. I don't think I could get enough to buy the rally. So I'll buy another Wispart Totem. And then let's draw another card. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't usually check out Discord while I'm streaming. Let me see if I can just sneak a quick peek. Screenshots. Tower and Moonsugar Meadow. Yes, those are Theriker. Oh, wow. Let me see. What? That is insane. Do you have a way to... Oh my god, that is incredibly good. Do you have a way to... Are there stairs or anything inside it? It looks like there's also a tower on there from Elsewhere style, right? Like there's an Elsewhere tower in there also, yeah? Excuse me. My voice is a little bit funky right now. 9 stories to decorate. Yes, there's stairs. Nice. It looks incredible. Amazing. That is an amazing build. Thank you for sharing the screenshot. Checking traders regularly, but people are only selling in bulk for massive amounts of money. That's the only reason you haven't gotten any so far. Oh, that's annoying. Is it in the Discord? It is in the Discord in the screenshots channel. It looks awesome. That is really good. Okay, let's start collecting some more Druid King cards. Take this one. Let's draw another card. Perfect. And we'll take Imprisonment. Gotta stay on top of the power. So many talented... I know! Yes. Made up a lot of Markarth walls, Alinor platforms, and Markarth towers. 9 inhabitable stories, 8 uninhabitable. Wow. That is wild. In the good way. That's awesome. All right, so they knocked out my agent. That is fair. There's another Druid King card. Let's take this one too. Keep racking up that power. What's Pelin? If can Pelin, then Pelin. Oh shucks, I didn't notice they had the rally. Oh boy. It's a bit late to be making moves with Druid King, I guess. This one's gonna be a close one, friends. 38. Alright. Midnight Raid. Blackmail. Let's see what else we got here. Shucks. Alright, I can draw this Manhunter for another power. 1 coin. Let's remove the harvest season. Alright. 30. I'm not too far behind, but heck. Have I told you lately how much I appreciate you? You have actually, Jazz. And I also appreciate you. Thank you. Midnight Sleepy Gumps. Good night, Sleepy Gumps. Thank you for hanging out, and thanks again for the biddies. I hope you have a good rest. I know it's really late since the time changed. We don't change time here. Good night, Gumps. Sweet dreams. Oh, midnight there too, huh? Yeah. Well, this person just really got out there with those Pelin cards. I'm not going to beat 61. Shucks, I thought I had a good lead on that early on. Sleep well, Gumps friend. Oh, it's so pretty. I love the colors. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Cephas. Oh, he's so cool. Oh no! Sorry, little guy. I did not mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Well, I'm very sorry to say I did not win that prediction, or did not win that hand. Oh, everyone gets... Oh no. Oh no, everyone loses their points. Why do you guys keep doing that? It's very risky to put so many points in. Yes! I lost. All those points are just going out into the ether. Jazz and Gumps. Ugh, my friends. Doesn't it look great, Lady Riot? You're not crashing yet. Just gonna spend time with your brother before you call it a night. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you guys have a wonderful time together. All right. Well, shucks. I'm going to put a wow. Wow reaction. Amazing. Oops. Okay, I'm getting distracted. See, this is why I don't look at Discord when I'm streaming. It distracts me. I start typing in there, like those texts that I had earlier, but I had to answer them. Oh, there's a kitty. There's a kitty outside. Not our kitty, though. That's funny. That's the kitty with the white feet that got into our house once. So there's this kitty that looks like Cooper, only it has white feet. And it used to be when Cooper would go outside, we would leave the garage door cracked open, and we had a kitty door in our door. Orgnum? And, okay. Orgnum and Mora. Hunting? Anyway, so Cooper would come in through the garage and come in through the kitty door. Well, one time this other cat came in through our garage and into the kitty door, and I didn't recognize right away that it wasn't Cooper, because it's a cat that looks like Cooper, but it just has white feet. So this cat comes in and it's like walking in, and I just happen to be walking through the house and I see the cat in the kitchen and I'm like, oh, hey, Cooper. And the cat just kind of froze. And I'm like, hi, kitty, because he usually comes up to me and rubs my legs, right? And then this cat started to back up, and then I noticed that it had white feet, and I was like, oh, that's not our cat. So the kitty door that was in the door that goes to the garage, the locks on it were one way so that Cooper could come back in, but another kitty wouldn't be able to go out. Oh, I'm getting some lag here. Anyway, so this cat panics, turns around, goes to bolt out the door. Let's take a coin and the conquest. But he isn't able to go out the door because the door is one way. So it jumped to go through the door once and smacked into the door. And I started to come up behind it because I was going to open the door to let him out because I knew that he couldn't get out. And so this cat, in all of its terror, went for it another time. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice it hit the Orgnum patron. I don't like that. Anyway, this cat the second time jumped through so hard that it broke the lock, and it jumped through the door and ran out the garage. It was wild. If we're gonna be doing this whole Orgnum spamming, I'm not gonna get rid of any of my cards. We're gonna keep them and just treasury all of them. Oh, we got an Orgnum spammer, friends. Let me know what you need and I'll send you a full stack. You are too much. But anyway, it was so wild what happened with this cat. Let's take this blackmail. And let's acquire this card. And take the power. And we'll take this. And we'll do this. Okay, perfect. It was so crazy the way it just like, it panicked and was able to break through the lock. Like the way that they have these like sliding locks on them, if you've never seen on a pet door, and just busted through and just ran away. I see the cat all the time. The cat shows up on our cameras all the time at night. So it's another kitty that lives in the neighborhood, and its parents let it run around outside too. Like I said, looks just like Cooper, only with white feet. Well, let's see. Let's do this. Just to be annoying. And then we'll take a power. And we have 17. It was a silly kitty, Annie, but, you know, it was also kind of scared. I felt bad. I didn't want to scare it. And there was really no other way for me to, like, let it out. You know, I had to go that way to open the door, but it just made them panic even more. Poor little kitty. I don't want any of these cards. So let me get rid of these two. All right. Ad break is coming in, so if you are behind the ads, thank you for supporting me, and I'll talk to you again soon. I've been missing all the ad breaks tonight. Thank you. Only the first couple floors are currently decorated. Only the bottom floor is finished. Infirmary to represent restoration magic and alchemy, complete with a medicinal herb garden and Dwemer lights. Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait till you finish it. It's going to look amazing. Let's take the power. And power. The monkey pet is hilarious looking. The monkey pet? Oh, is it the jester pet? The one that's related to the festival that's happening right now? I don't think I have that one. I don't think I do. Again, I'll have to check. Just want to say this person started it. Yes? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see if I can pull that lantern. Okay. Of course not. Jerks. I guess I had a 50-50 shot on it. You use the soul shriven and a hag's head as patience. Yep. Hiding their body or lack thereof beneath Khajiit pillows. Perfect. I love it. The creativity in housing in ESO is just... it's unmatched. Let me see. Nothing I can get for 4, so I'll take the power. And we're at 35. Yeah, great idea. Again, hopefully we'll get a chance to see it once you're finished. Please let me know. I would love to tour it. And then we can have, you know, we can save a highlight or a video of it. Let's see here. I probably should take the power. And we'll get rid of both of these. And then... and I don't want this, so I'm not going to buy it. 37. Look at this hand, though. Terrible. There's a power. There's 40. Is this going to come to an end? Seeing some lag. Do we have any drop frames? No, no drop frames. Okay. Must just be Twitch. Yeah. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Let's go. Hey, that rhymes. I could be a rapper. Slowly toward Void Steel. Zephys sent me a gift. Stop. Zephys. Thank you. Thank you, Zephys. Let's wait for the ads to end. Let me check my, the best way I know how to check it is as a jewel crafting station. Excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me, coming through, coming through. Coming through. All right, let's go up here. Oops, I missed, I missed. It's just such a speedy little guar. Okay, Zephys sent another gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Madcap Jester Monkey. Here you go. Happy Twitch anniversary. Thank you. Are you sure you want to claim this gift? Thank you so much. So glad you are a part of the community. This is really cool. Yay. Thank you, Zephys. Okay, let's see it. Exotic? I did not have it before. Okay, it's looking for a snack. Oh, it's got an itch. It's looking around. It's checking things out. Scratches his butt. Oh. I love it. Let me see if I can get a better point of view. Nope, now I'm standing in front of it. There we go. And now it's blocked by my camera. I can't get a good view of him. There we go. There we go. There's not a lot of monkey pets, are there? I do have the one original account I played because your fiance got it from playing the beta. Is there another monkey? Let's see, does it follow me? Yeah. If I get close, does it look at me? I'm having a heckin' time at trying to get a view of this little cutie. Now it's not even in the view. There it is. There it is. Did a backflip. Super cute. Thank you. I would have probably not bought that for myself. I'm getting low on, well, not too low on crowns, but I spent a lot of crowns this year. I bought furnishing packs for the guild hall, and I bought the antiquarians. I had to buy it. I had to buy this. It's such a rare. The Antiquarians Alpine Gallery. You guys know I love scrying. I love doing antiquities. This property is it's iconic. I had to get it. So I did buy this yesterday, I think. Still think the most adorable pets are the bear cub pets with their paw at a butterfly animation. Done with leads for the month. Very nice. Good job. I wish I had some leads to do. I don't have it. I think I have one, and it's something that I previously collected. So it's a piece of the music box from Necrom, I think. I mean, I guess I could make another one, but whatever. Let's see. Do I have? Let's see. I don't think the bears are going to be under domestic. They're going to be under exotic, right? I have... I don't know if I have any of the bear cub pets. I have a lot of the cat ones. Here's one. I have a Sijic mascot bear cub. I have a couple guars too. Several chickens. So I do have one bear cub. I have this one. Oh, and I have a nightmare bear cub too. I got that one when I bought Blackwood. We still had too many crowns left over from when you took a break from ESO. Okay, so let's go to a jewelry station, which is this way, and see if I can figure out which one of the components I'm out of. Excuse me. Excuse me. Creation. It's the last one. This one. Arabic Amber. That's the one I ran out of. And I have 6 gliding wax. And plenty of all the rest of them. I don't think I used that one very much. But yeah, this is the one I used. Arabic. Orbic? I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I always thought it was Arabic. It's Orbic Amber. I've used them all. Doing sealed writs. I love the monkey. The big-eared kitten pet has your heart. It is so precious. Do I have that one? Is it domestic? Okay, so we have a black cat, house cat. Oh, the big-eared ginger kitten. I don't have that one. Acquired by finding its 7 runebox fragments and Karn Wasten and combining them. Oh, runebox fragments. Yes. That we'll have to put that on the list of things to do. 100%. Yay! Thank you. Thank you so much for the monkey pet. I really, really appreciate the wonderful Streamiversary gifts. Thank you. Hey, Belgrath. Everything's going great. How are you today? Yeah, everything's going great. I'm so happy to like be finally done. I feel like I say that every time I come back on my stream. I'm like, oh yay, I'm so happy to be past XYZ major event. Can we just stop with all the major events? I want things to just be the opposite of hectic for a while. You know what I mean? Just chill. Oh yeah, 30 minutes left on our 500,000 gold giveaway. This is for ESO and PC, PCNA or PCEU. I do still have enough gold on EU. Exclamation gimme to enter. Exclamation gimme, GIMME to enter the giveaway. All right, did I do the results of the prediction? I was a yes. It was a yes. I won. Choose outcome. Yes, so everyone gets their points back. Who wagered points? Jazz. Yay, Jazz. I'm so glad you didn't lose your points. Hey, are you for it? You're entered. Good luck to you. 1.5k points to Jazz. The points that you wagered. Right back to you, Jazz. Yay. Hey, are you for it? How's it going today? Yay, points. Well, I mean, they were your points to begin with. All right. Oh. Okay. Tales of Tribute is ready. Cheers on the 4 years. Thank you. Hey, that rhymes. Cheers on the 4 years. Thank you. I started 4 years ago as Moxie Dreams streaming ESO. I streamed ESO and this was my main game. I got partner streaming ESO. ESO fam is how I got there. Appreciate y'all. Okay, let's do Red Eagle. As I always do. I always do Red Eagle. Let me shift my chair a little bit. Oh, a Rajin. Rajin. We don't see a lot of Rajin. Okay. How do we counter Rajin? I mean, I'm usually inclined to do Caloris, but I think I'm gonna do Druid King for funsies. To add a little fun back into the game that usually is sapped away by the Rajin patron. Let's do some economy. And we'll take a sleight of hand. And we're good. Get those Orbic Ambers and send them over. It's hard to play ESO remotely on laptop. Direct keyboard mode isn't working. Oh my gosh. Zephys, you are way too nice. It is no worry. No worries. Thank you. I appreciate it. Only if you're available and you remember, it is totally okay. I should probably get off my butt and figure out how to acquire them myself. Truth be told. You know, I want to get rid of this Stubborn Shadow. I don't like it. Let's just get it out of here. I appreciate your thoughtfulness though, Zephys. Thank you. Okay. 5 coin. Let's take this Swiss Part Totem and a treasury. Ooh, Shadow Slumber. That would be nice. Not gonna have enough cash to buy it. But neither do they. 6. Just short. Let's do this for the 2 power. And then we're going to get rid of this one and this one because if I can't have it, neither can they. Oh, did it work? Did the popcorn come up? I don't test my stuff as often as I should. I guess I just have faith. It's been a while since anything like really majorly broke. I can see that my camera settings are off though. Yeah, the camera settings aren't quite where they used to be. You can barely, the Carrie sign is kind of hard to read. I'll have to adjust my camera. It is, I did change some things. Anyway. Jazz, have we shown Carrie's favorite drink by a gift this evening yet? I don't know. I haven't seen any boba gifts, if that's what you're talking about. No boba gifts. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. Let's remove this oratory. No, Val Kilmer lost his battle with... Oh no! Heck. That's sad. I hate to hear that. You quit it with those tadpoles. Now listen here. Listen here, you two. You quit it with those tadpoles now. You just knock that off. You quit it. I need power. And we're just gonna get that out of here. Just get it out of there. Perfection. You stop it. I didn't see the tadpole gif. Yes, ma'am, Goth Mox, ma'am. No, it's fine. I know you guys are going to keep doing it. It's okay. I know you're in cahoots. Only a few days back into ESO, so you haven't gotten plus back yet. You're fighting for your life with the storage situation. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, you know what? You know what? I'm going to work very hard. So here, I'll tell you guys what. I will tell you guys what. So, listen. I rejected the tadpole command request. I did. I rejected it. So listen here, friends. Here's what we're going to do. When I started 4 years ago today, and I started streaming ESO, I had 2 goals for myself with this stream. With this Twitch stream. And one of them I thought was going to be much harder than the other. And I accomplished the hard goal and not the one that I thought would be easy. So, 2 goals when I started 4 years ago. One was Twitch partner, which I got. The other was the ESO stream team. I still want to join the ESO stream team. So I did apply in January. And then, you know, we started with the whole flooring situation in February. And I didn't stream enough, and that's probably why I was not accepted. Because they have requirements. You have to stream ESO a certain amount of time. Totally fair. I'm here for it. When I have my computer together, I meet the requirement. But nope, I didn't have anything together. I didn't make the requirement. I didn't make the team. So this year, friends, I would like to finally achieve that goal. I would love to join that team. I still really want to join the team. So let's manifest it. Oops. As soon as the applications open up, I'm going to apply again. It will be my 5th time. I've applied 4 times. It'll be my 5th time applying. Hopefully I'll get it this time. I check their website like every week or 2 to see if the applications are open. One of the stream teams started an April Fool's stream by opening their computer, aimed the camera at an empty chair, and left for dinner. That's awesome. I love it. Manifesting. Manifest. Yes, friends. Do it. Are the gifts working, Jazz? I wasn't looking just now. I missed it. You got this. Okay, they're working. Oh, I love that. That's Pinky. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's do Elder Witch. And I don't need to do economy, so that'll be it. Thank you. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna work very hard. You know, I try to do my best to help people when I play ESO. I'm always here to group up with people. You know, I've built the guild hall, and I'm working on the attunable sets, which I need to go out and get some more sets attuned. Like, and I always giving away gold, and I try to be like a safe, cozy space for people who play ESO. So, I mean, I'd like to think that I would be a good candidate. But like I said last time, the last time I applied, I was absent. I applied in January, and then when they sent out the emails, I hadn't streamed in like 2 or 3 weeks. So, because of the whole flooring debacle. Please give me enough power for this. Shoot. I need to turn that Druid King back. Maybe I can get some from this. Yeah, there we go. Now you're talking. We're gonna get rid of this and this. Just making their life really difficult in this game. I miss Pingy too, but I know Pingy is with us. Hey Giant, how's it going? Another OG. So let's see, Giant, I don't think you followed me like right when I started, but you've been around. Oh, Giant followed in May. Okay, so it's my 4-year streaming anniversary. So I met you like after like 6 weeks or so of streaming. So yeah, we're doing Goth Mox today, and I'm giving away a bunch of gold in ESO. Good to see you, Giant. I hope you're well. I have survived round 2 of the flooring saga here in my home. It's almost 3 weeks this time. No, 2 weeks. Look at all the folks you've yet to meet. Right. Same for me though, Jazz. Same. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get rid of these. That one. Oh, shucks. All right, so we've got to get rid of that. And let's take the blackmail. Okay. Slowly chipping away at this this lead here. Don't worry, I'm sure Pengy's around. Okay, so this agent is really paying off here. We're netting quite a bit of power between the breaks and the taunt. So replace a card. Let's replace the Wisp Collar. I think I'll take this Toll of Silver. And I just don't have any. I don't have enough power. I'm just gonna go for the Rajin patron. Not enough power to take out their agents. Oh, I'm not gonna get enough in this turn either. I really need some more power cards. It's just this Midnight Raid's all I got. And we don't have the colorist patron, so this is gonna take me a little bit of time to get rid of. Do they have the Druid King vestments? They have 2 of them. Gross. I didn't even see those come up. Probably chatting. Okay. Ooh, this is really unfortunate. Okay. I'll take this one. And oof. That's lucky. That was pure luck. I need to get this turned. That could turn ugly for me. Wishing you taught better. Seems fun. You get mad too quickly trying to learn it. Well, my advice for that is to play against the NPCs. Just play against them. Go to like the novice, because they tell you what level they are, right? Play against the novice players until you feel like you understand the cards that you have and the basic mechanics of the decks and the patrons. See, they got their Chimera. I was worried about that. Just didn't have enough power to turn that patron. Anyway, that's how I started. Just play against the NPCs, the novice NPCs, and then play against the stronger NPCs. And then acquire more decks. I would say continue to choose the same decks if you can. Well, this is embarrassing. I was off to a good start and then they just came out of nowhere and got me in one turn. They turned the tides with all of their coin. They had enough coin to get me. Okay. So I hope somebody bet no on that one. Yes. Okay, look at that. The no's have it. Smart. A lot of points were wagered that time. Okay, so no. I did not win that one. And that was a safe bet with the Rajin. I don't usually do well against her. I still haven't developed strong strategies against Rajin, so that's a no. That's a no. The no's have it. So let's see, Zephys, you got a ton of points. And Belgrath. They took Annie's points. Sorry, Annie. But anyway, that's what I would recommend. Zephys. I just start playing against the NPCs because you can learn they're easy to play against. I mean, they made them a little bit better at the game like a year ago, if not longer. But playing against the novice players, just use the first 4 decks until you feel like you kind of understand the strategies of the cards or what the cards do. Because, you know, I usually when I'm playing, like, I know the names of the cards, I know what they do. I don't really have to like read them anymore because I've played them so much. Start to build a little bit of a familiarity like that. And then also be open to the RNG. The RNG is a huge component of Tales of Tribute. It really is. But I think players that have really invested more time into building strategy than I have probably know more ways to overcome that. To be honest, I consider myself an average player because I understand the game, I understand the mechanics, I understand the card, I know almost all the cards. Although I still don't have the Almalexia deck. I don't love the Saint Alessia deck. I don't love that deck. The way that people play that deck it's so boring. But anyway, yeah, you will gain familiarity with them. I mean, you can also just spend time going through your patrons in here and looking at the cards and figuring out the symbols, for example. Like, this symbol is knockout, this symbol is break. You know, this is negative card, this is plus a card, this is coin, obviously. But you learn, like, for example, in the Almalexia deck, its main component is confined. So you learn that this symbol is confined. This symbol is like a tithe. The gray circle is like tithing. You get an extra patron turn. This is a recall or refresh symbol, but once you start learning the symbols, that helps you learn the decks. The RNG gods hate you. Yeah, same. Me too. Big same. All right, we have 13 minutes left on our giveaway. If you're not entered for the 500,000 gold for PCNA or PCEU, exclamation gimme is the command to enter. And I already missed Stream Raiders. I'm so sad I didn't get to stream before it ended, not even on the last day. Like, I had my computer together yesterday, but I wasn't ready. And honestly, I wouldn't have been able to because when I went to test everything today, it was so weird. It was, my OBS, I think maybe when we were trying to get that PCIe card to work, maybe there was something, maybe the power didn't seat properly or the card itself didn't seat properly. My OBS was not recognizing that I had my GPU, which is funny because I was able to game fine. But when I went to stream, when I went to do a recording test, there were no encoders found. And so I went to install my GPU update, like a graphics update, because it's usually one way to fix that. It said I didn't have any eligible hardware. So I was like panicking, trying to figure it out. And I think it was a power issue, to be honest. So, all right, let's do Red Eagle and Druid King. I know I choose those a lot, but that's just how it goes. Hey, Jungle Shade, you're entered. Good luck. You too, Nasty J. You are entered. Good luck. All right, one more prediction. Probably going to be our last one of the night, because we're getting close to closing time. Let's see. I mean, I should buy the imprisonment. And then we'll do another card, which will be a coin. And we'll get rid of the currency exchange. Not that they're going to be able to buy it anyway. Okay, that's actually good. Because I believe they would probably buy the custom seizure and I would have been sad, but there's two of them. So I can get one too. Oh, heck. I'm probably going to buy this one instead. Which means they might have two of those custom seizure unless something better comes on the tavern to tempt them. Yeah, they might go for this instead. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it's oh, they went for it. Oh, because they don't have enough coin. Shucks. If only I had another power. Let's do treasury. And let's get rid of it. Oh, shucks. Okay. Can't win them all. I did start another prediction. Last prediction for today. Do you think I'm going to win? Yes or no? Yeah, 5 minutes to decide. Well, 3 minutes now. I have a losing record, so vote yes at your own risk. Vote for no could win you some points. Just saying. 10K on yes. That's gotta be you, Zephys. Okay. Heck. I'll take luxury exports. And we'll do more economy. We'll take one out of this. You have faith? I mean, I appreciate that. And 5,000 on no. Wow. Look at these bets. My goodness. No pressure. No pressure. You know what? I forgot to take my pills. And I also forgot my redeem. I forgot my redeem. Daily wellness. Take your meds. Hydrate. I'm just gonna take my meds. I was supposed to take them at 9 o'clock. It's not too late. All right, let's take this one. I would like to barter the hostile takeover. Ooh, I'll take that. Did not get a single power in order to knock this out. Take your meds. Oh, heck, they've got another one. All right, how am I doing?
Random dad joke. What do you give a sick lemon? Lemonade.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, I'm gonna do a gold star. Yeah, a gold star for that one. It wasn't bad. Yay, Annie. Good. Yes, big same. Okay. Take this. Didn't get the combo. That's poopy. Let's knock out this one. And I'll take the bonfire. Lesser chance of them getting a combo. Excuse me. Ooh, speaking of combos. There we go. We love to see that. If only I had one more coin. You get this Drafa right collar. Let's take the rag picker. This is fine. Okay, is there anything I'd be willing to sell? Nah, let's keep all these. Slow going hand. Why did they choose Halalu? What was the choice? Because there's so much coin in the Druid King deck. So much coin. And they chose Halalu. Even a little bit of coin with the crows. No, it can be tons of coin with the crows. This person's all about the coin. Maybe they want to get a lot of coin and then crow. Critical crow. Oops. Being hard on my new chair. Okay, still no power. Oh, we do have the coin. Let's do Envoy the Drafa. Still no power. This thing is still sitting here. Although I did knock out another one, to be fair. Good luck, Rothgar. You are entered. At least I'll get a power this turn. Gosh. Did they really get both of those custom seizures? They did. And the house embassy. So yeah, this person is really playing like a high economy game. Not sure if I get it. And it doesn't have to be all power. But I mean, a little balance would be nice. Okay. They sold it. Ah, shucks. Oh. I mean, fair play to them. Okay. I'm gonna take this Oathman. Even though I really want this Prior Heart Ritual. And I don't want to sack anything. Let's get rid of this. Although they're probably going to take this one. Okay. You are entered, Mama Bayou. You have your stream on your second phone in VPN, and there's a 20-second lag between the two. Feel like you can see the future now. And what's interesting is, like, even with the least amount of lag, there's still like a 3 or 4 second delay from like when I say something to when you actually hear it. I know that it takes a few seconds for like what I say or do to show up on the stream. So I'm the one that's the most in the future, except for Tag. Tag is way even more in the future than all of us. Okay, we'll take this and do that. And of course I get a Black Sacrament. Let's get rid of it. And that one. Gonna need some more power cards. Which one is faster, your phone? I wonder, let me check something. Yeah, no, that's working. Interesting. The streamer mode is a little different in Discord. It says it's truncating names, but it is not actually doing that. Look at them racking up all those points. Krabby Hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah. No, the VPN is ahead. Wow. Oh, this is how they got all that power. And a Druid King Vestments. This is not fair. This is a perfect example of bad luck on the tavern. Horrible luck on the tavern. Are you kidding me? Ugh. What? That's really bad Wi-Fi. So when we were staying at a hotel, when they poured the cement in our house, we took our Apple TV with us and we used it on the Wi-Fi and it was fine, surprisingly. We didn't have any issues, no buffering, no problems at all. That was the same hotel that had the Ubiquity LAN ports that didn't work. Although it could have been our cable. This is another really terrible match. All right, friends. 18 seconds on that giveaway. And it's not looking good for me in this game.
@Mama_Bayou, you've won the giveaway.
Twice.
Type, claim in chat.
Mama Bayou won again. Please be sure to use exclamation claim in the chat. No other words, just exclamation claim to claim your prize. Congratulations, you won! You won! Mama Bayou has won the giveaway. Exclamation claim in the chat. You have about 40 seconds. Let me, Oh, I had some drop frames. We had a little bit of lag here. Where is the giveaway? Let me pull it up. There we go. 20 seconds. 18-second lag there too. Ooh. That's no good. Oh, they have 41. I lost. That person's name was ASDFJKL. Okay.
@Jungle_Shade, you've won the giveaway. Type, claim in chat.
That may have been when I had some drop frames. Was that one around the same time? Jungle Shade has won the giveaway. Jungle Shade, congratulations. Please use exclamation claim in the chat. I saw I had a few drop frames and I think they just popped up. So I think I just had a little bit of lag there for a moment. Use exclamation claim in the chat. No other words, just exclamation claim. Claim that prize. There you go. Congrats. 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 You've won 500,000 gold. I just need to know where you'd like me to send it to. PCNA or PCEU? And I'll need your in-game name, your @name. If you don't want to put it in the chat, that's a-okay. You can send me a whisper on Twitch to tell me where to send it. I'm currently playing on PCNA, so if you're on PCNA, I can send it now. If it's PCEU, I will do that after the stream. Okay, let's see. Let's open up a new tab and go to... Oh my gosh, I see Tiri's chair stream. That's hilarious. All right. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. We love it when those IDs are the same as your Twitch name. All right, I'm going to send it right now. On-screen celebration. Oh, I missed it. Thank you for the beanies. I missed it. I missed the on-screen celebration. Shucks, I'm going to have to go back and watch the VOD. It didn't do any kind of alert or anything. I need to look into that. Thank you for the biddies. Okay, Jungle Shade. Ba, ba, ba. Winner! Congrats! Thanks for hanging out at my stream anniversary. Terms. You may not use this gold to buy ingredients or nor already baked guar pies. My in-game name is Moxiety, by the way. It's coming from Moxiety. Do I have enough cash on me? I sure do. All right, here we go. Oh, it's not guar pie. It's guar pot pie. Guar pot pies. Those are the terms. All right, Jungle Shade. Just making sure I've got it right. I sure do. All right, congratulations. I've sent you the mail. It's on its way to you. That's it. That's the end of the stream. Look at that. We're ending on time. We've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out for my stream anniversary. It was very impromptu and just, last minute. I hadn't planned anything because, I kind of forgot about it with all the chaos that's been going on. You may use this gold to send a Jasper line. That's cute, Jazz. No, I think that's funny. I'll allow it. That's funny. You may send it to Jasper line if you want to, but that's, it's entirely up to you. Just as long as there is no guar pot pie activity. That is the only thing that is verboten. Thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight, guys. There goes the fishing game. I'm going to close it up. Thanks for hanging out. Take it easy. Have a good night. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Like I said, we're back in business. The PC's back up. I still have a few adjustments I need to make. My lighting isn't quite there. The camera isn't... When I disconnected it and reconnected it, all my settings got reset. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with my camera. It's not right. Have a good night. Please tell Carrie to have a good night too. Will do. That's funny. So yeah, tonight we had such a great time. We unboxed my new shoes and we did lots of Tales of Tribute and other fun stuff in ESO. Gave away a lot of gold. Let's see, we gave away almost 1 million gold tonight. Had a blast. Can't wait till next stream. So speaking of the next stream, it's Friday. Unless I decide to stream an extra stream on Thursday. So my schedule used to do Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday when I used to do 4 days. And I'd like to get back into that. So we'll see how we're going for Thursday. The next one is scheduled for Friday though. So keep an eye on Discord. Speaking of Discord, there's a link to the Culturati Discord. Social links are correct. That is the schedule right now. It says MST. Pro tip, it is always MST. In Arizona, it is always MST in most of Arizona. You guys are all on DT. So it's MST, but it's the same as PDT. Anyway, AZ times, Pacific currently, aligned with Pacific. Because we don't change our clocks. The rest of y'all do. Anyway, that is currently correct, but I'm considering upping it to 4 days a week. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time once everything in my life kind of calmed down, and I feel like it finally has. Thank you all again very, very much for all of the resubs and the biddies and the on-screen celebration, which I missed. Thanks for hanging out. Congrats to all the giveaway winners. Let's start a raid. I've got someone that I'd like to raid. Wow, they've been streaming a long time. I didn't notice that. Well, hopefully they will continue to stream. I've heard of this person before. I've seen them around the ESO chats. I did not know that they were streaming, so maybe they just started. They're an affiliate already, so they've been streaming long enough to become an affiliate. Anyway, let's do a little raid to a friend. Have a good night, you too, Annie. Thanks for hanging out, Zephys. Thanks for being here. Jazz, I really appreciate you. Are you for it? Thanks for hanging out. Lady Riot, Laphonos, Giant, Jungle Shade, congrats again, Annie. I really appreciate all of y'all. So my next scheduled stream is Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific. And it's another ESO stream. Thursday, the Anniversary Jubilee starts. So on Friday, we'll be doing Anniversary Jubilee stuff. So looking forward to that. I don't know if they'll start Twitch drops on Thursday. That would be great. I'd love to see that happen on Thursday. That way on Friday, when I stream, I'll be eligible for drops. Fingers crossed. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all again for a wonderful time. It's so great to be back, and I look forward to seeing you again on Friday. Maybe Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. Have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and start the raid. And I'm going to run oh, heck. That did not copy. Hold on. I tried to copy their username, and I messed up. There we go. So we're going to raid Cripple Punk. You guys have probably heard of Cripple Punk if you've hung out in ESO chats for a while. It says, hello, I'm Molly, 32 years old. I love ESO. I love butts and the color purple. do not see their pronouns, so I cannot give you that information, but let's go and meet them. I'm gonna get started on the raid and we'll see the credits and then we'll head on over. Thanks again. Hope to see you on Friday. Take care, hydrate, take your meds, look away from the screen, take good care of yourselves. Bye. Good night.